Pledge, Falco.
Ima na kokode.
Oh, boy.
Hello,
Yeah.
everybody.
Hi.
Hello. Yeah. Attack on Titan, y'all.
Yup.
It's going there.
It keeps getting gooder and
It's
gooder.
going in. Oh my god.
Yep.
Like, I love Attack on Titan for kind of the setting and the feeling and the atmosphere that you get from it.
Yeah.
But one of the things that I've rarely been the first to praise is the character writing.
Right.
And
Yeah, that's
this
usually the thing that's sort of,
episode-
for Attack on Titan, but...
Like, that's a meme right there. Attack on Titan character writing, season 4. Just,
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Better Torto. Oh my god, yes. Who's ready for depression? I'm not!
Reiner isn't.
No one is. Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
boy.
At the very least, what's her name? The card
Gabby?
Titan.
Oh.
She seems to be handling
Yeah,
it
Pieck.
relatively well.
Yeah.
Pieck,
Although I've heard some people say that it's peak, but yeah, just peek over there for a second real quick.
Okay, peeking time.
Yeah, by the way,
yes.
guys, in case y'all didn't know,
Jacob has the power.
I have the power. So,
He has read the manga.
I've read the manga. I'm all caught up, bitches. So that means that you can't spoil me because I'm already spoiled.
And if anything, guys, we have now like mods here who
That's
are,
true. Thank
quite
you.
well within their power to ban you. So
Indeed.
think
They'll drop
again.
they'll drop the Warhammer.
They'll drop the Warhammer. Oh, that's right. We have something instead of Usopp's hammer to use here. And I don't even know what this Warhammer is going to look like.
It might not even be a
It
hammer.
might not even be a hammer. It might be a club. It
might-
might just be the Titan.
It
Like,
might just be a dude in space armor, you
it
know?
might be that the Titan is a weapon that, like they pick up and they swing the Titan around.
Maybe
like,
it's just more DACA.
Oh!
You know? Like, could be.
Nani? The Banhammer Titan. Ah, yes, the 10th. The 10th.
The 10th Titan,
the 10th
whose
Titan.
existence was erased from this world. All knowledge of it gone. That's
we have
actually the twist for the final.
reincarnated it.
Yeah, that's the twist for the finale, Caleb, is that we find out
gotcha.
that the founding Titan actually got rid of the other Titan.
So Aaron is going to like contact the devil of all earth or what have you and be like, "Can I ban like everyone?
Can I
who's
ban
not-
Marley?
Can we copy strike Marley?" Like
Wow.
oh
Wow.
my god. It's Piak or Pyak. Oh, really? That feels just wrong though.
Yeah, it's because I've heard people say that it's
See, we need the
Peak.
etymology
right, exactly.
this name.
Exactly. Yeah.
because most of the names have some kind of Northern European kind of descent in that regard there. So yeah.
A weapon to surpass the founding.
Yeah. It's pronounced peak.
Peak?
Literally Piku in Japanese.
Wow.
I'm disappointed.
I feel like this is one of those things kind of like Saphira versus Sapphira where I'm like, okay, but I kind of just want to stick with my own pronunciation.
yeah, exactly. It's a sapphire. Why would you call Saphira?
Now, Peak.
I'm quite saphired of your
Now, Peak, I get it.
Piku.
Yeah.
It's like a very cute, just kind of greeting, like
Right.
Piku des,
Back Peak Titan. Yeah, she peeks over the mountain. Yeah.
Ah, yes.
Right. Yeah.
Like, honestly, one of the best things that this episode did was be slow. And yet the funniest thing was in the discussions, I was acknowledging the fact that while I'm in love with the slow bits, my monkey brain is freaking out about the idea that there's 16 episodes that have been confirmed thus far. And I'm like, wait, we're an eighth of the way through
There's no
season
way.
4?
Right? Yeah.
And we're here? Oh no. Oh no. Like, we're not
Yeah.
gonna... we're not going to be able to go that far. But then I remembered how many time skips and big kind of transitions they had in season 1. So given that this is a new studio, I have full faith in their ability to tell a good story. It's just the question of whether or not we'll get like the entire story finished, you know.
Caleb, are you a peak simp? She is peak waifu material.
I think that in some ways I would be a peak idiot to not simp a little bit.
I will say, the anime didn't adapt something from the manga for that episode.
Okay.
We got to see her actually crawling around on all fours, and there was a rather particular shot of her ass that was left out.
Isayama's like, no, and,
Yeah.
and then Mappa's just like, you have no power here.
Oh, any ass wiping theories? Get the toilet paper, Caleb.
Yes. We had the P.O. Box recording recently, and we were given an artifact from a time
A
beyond time.
magic item.
See, this special item was used primarily in the bathroom of Zeke and his long dead parents. Rest
Yes.
in peace. But it was never applied to said butt.
Right.
So thus it is a special magic item.
Now, it might
It has
be hard.
essence of royal blood somewhere.
Indeed. It might be hard to see with the lighting and everything, but there's actually
That's why I
like
was putting it over near me because it's the contrast.
no,
you see.
no, but I got. There you go. See,
Yes,
there's
yes,
like
exactly.
it
That's
tells-
Eldia's ass.
it tells the ancient history of Eldia. You can't open that too much because then it'll go into spoilers.
Ah, gotcha. So
Yeah.
when you were breaking the seal here to peek in the unboxing video, you like held yourself back because it was my sake that you
That's
were trying
right.
to protect. I
Yes.
respect that. I genuinely respect that.
Peak's ass is the biggest loss in anime history.
Don't sniff it.
Oh man. Oh man.
Oh my god. But guys, all seriousness, welcome to our podcast discussing a deep dive analysis on episode 2 of season 4 of Attack on Titan.
Damn it! You missed an
final
opportunity. A deep dive on PX ass.
Not PX ass, it would have been
Peaks.
Zeke's
Ass. Wait.
Peaks. Oh.
Well, either
Peak
one.
Zeke.
That is a
Ship
ship.
it.
That is a ship.
That is a ship.
That is a ship.
So
Every
when Zeke
character
gets a
pairing,
peak,
possible character pairing in Attack on Titan is a ship.
really. But what are the peak
Yes.
ships?
Peak ships.
Well,
Well,
no, get it? Peak.
yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
No, what are the peak ships?
Yeah.
Like literally, I'm asking you. What are the peak
peak
ships?
ships.
Yeah.
Well,
if
I
there
don't
were
know-
characters that I don't
I don't
just
know if I can
spoil-
tell you that.
Just-
Character
why
dynamics
not?
change over the course of a series.
Just tell me one then. Of the characters that we've had introduced on the Marley side of things thus far.
You know, I'm not entirely sure.
Okay, well then, yeah, that I am disappointed in you.
Yeah.
I'm disappointed.
I'm pretty sure
That is a
Peak
shame.
Reiner is a thing, but I think that might just be because they're both so broken as people.
Oh, seriousness? Damn it. Didn't get to ask my question about Sophia's neighbor pissing in the sea. That was a very good little bit of like, above, top
Right.
screen dialogue a little bit there where she's like, yeah, so apparently the reason why it's salty is because this one guy, he keeps pissing in it. So, yeah, that's pretty fun.
Peak Zeke is called Jiku Piku.
Jiku Peak.
Okay.
Galliard and
Peak and
Peak.
Galliard, yeah, that is.
That makes
yeah.
sense. Yeah, because they had that little exchange there and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And she did literally, like, just flop down on the bed next to him and was just like, ah. And he kind of looked over like,
No,
yeah.
see, that's the point. It's okay.
She's like,
Marley.
oh no, I forgot how to walk. I just,
Marley, we sent 32 ships over. None have come back.
oh my god.
Mm.
Oh my god. What did you think about the rotoscoping, by the way? That was very
awesome.
fun. That was
was
very
great.
fun to see. Basically, a technique that we've seen in other anime basically get used in just average conversation scenes. It really set the kind of the experience of like, okay, this is the kind of thing that Mappa is going to be doing for the final season, like the kind of extra attention to setting the kind of the atmosphere for a scene and such. there.
Well, see, the problem is that Titans don't have any sexual organs, so they can't bang in their Titan forms.
Right.
It's the problem.
Right.
It's
Yeah,
the
yeah.
problem.
Yeah, but she did it's been 2 months since I've been a human, like
Horny on main.
horny. Yeah, seriously.
God.
Eric Wald with the 22 months of Twitch Prime. Looking forward to these every Monday. Hey, well, if you guys keep showing up for them, you guys keep liking them and stuff like that, we'll keep doing them.
Yeah, because I get the feeling that each episode of Attack on Titan might have enough material to do one of these. You
Yeah,
know,
and
because that
it's-
would be the main potential limiting factor. But I get the feeling that's not going to be a problem.
Right. And I think the big thing with these discussions in general is that there's two meta things we kind of need to let you guys in on. One, we want to get our reactions up as fast as possible.
Yes.
But there's a problem if we do 2.5 hours of discussion or 1.5 hours of discussion even. That makes it a very thick file. And then sending those files back and forth, rendering those files,
In addition to just the extra recording time.
and just the extra recording time. That pushes
Hours
them
hours
back
matter.
farther.
Yeah.
And when we're dealing in, Jacob said, hours here, it's something to where we have to be like, okay, so
All right.
do we want to
We'll
go into
cover-
ass-wiping theories?
Right, we'll
for
cover
more
all
than
the
2
necessary
minutes?
stuff, but for truly just going crazy.
Culture discussions.
Exactly.
Yes, it
exactly.
might make more sense to save it for the stream.
I do not show Caleb the previews of the next episodes. So that is something that we will not be discussing
Yeah.
here. So
I'm
no
raw.
talking about that preview for episode 3.
Yep. I have not seen any promo stuff. I have not
Yeah,
seen
he hasn't
any...
seen the trailer
Wait, no,
or-
that's not true.
Wait.
That's not true. I believe I saw a promo picture
Oh yeah.
for
That's,
some of the main characters.
yeah, that's fine. That's fine.
Yeah, but I haven't seen any video promos, trailers, or anything like that. I haven't seen any of the episode previews. I can't even go back and watch the previews after I've watched those episodes. Yeah, if anything, I really like how animated and lively this episode felt because of all the character acting animation. I agree.
Oh,
I definitely
Vira,
agree.
our internet is definitely a thing. Yes. That yeah.
You could even re-upload some highlights of these podcasts or extended discussion afterwards. That's
Oh.
very possible. The issue again with that is that
Discussion.
yes,
yeah.
and that was the second thing I was going to bring up in the YouTube meta side of things. If we're going to be putting these reactions, discussions, and all that stuff up through just the initial video, what ends up happening is if we get all this discussion into it there and people are like, oh my god, there's so much discussion, wow, it's awesome, it's like 320 all over again, that's great and all, but YouTube kind of
Algorithms.
just like, well,
Yeah.
people don't really like the discussions.
Basically,
they don't really like it. People say they do, but unfortunately they're the small 11% basically that,
Right.
and even less actually, that go
Yeah.
for more than 20 minutes of actual discussion.
Render's 20, but due to Ackerman PTSD, he looks like 45-ish. Yep. Basically, it's not the age, it's the miles.
It's the miles. Yeah,
Oh,
exactly.
Man.
Oh my god.
Yep.
Oh yeah. So a lot of you are probably coming back from Jacob's stream yesterday. That's right.
That was some fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I went out.
He did.
Felt good. There was some fresh air, and it was raining. But withstanding.
Yeah.
It's like, all right, yeah. No big deal. Yeah. You haven't missed anything yet. We're waiting a little bit for more people to come in, and then we'll start going into the deep dive analysis. So right now we're still letting people come in here.
So, funny story though. So, yesterday, and I told some people about this on the Discord already, but basically, apparently, I accidentally scheduled the manga
right.
catch-up stream for the same time as a sort of early Christmas hangout with some family and our grandma.
Yep.
Right? So, when I finally get there after the stream, because I basically went there straight after, Caleb here is talking to our dad about Attack on Titan and being like, you got to watch the new season. It's good stuff.
It's quite good.
And I just get to show up and I just hear him talking to our dad about Attack on Titan, and you should have seen the looks on our dad's face. He was just like when he heard some of the things that Caleb was talking about, all the stuff with Marley and oh, now we're going into the perspective of the other people that are on the other side of the ocean. He was just absolutely dumbfounded.
He's like, really? Wow.
He was just like, okay.
Yeah, yeah.
And our dad is rarely at a loss for words, so that was pretty cool
It
to
was
see.
very cool.
Yeah. Yeah.
We do like it though. Your in-depth discussions are your trademark, kinda, and a big part of the reasons why your viewer to Patreon sub ratio is so high compared to other reactors.
Yes, thank you, Vray.
100% understand and agree with that. The main thing is just that if we do discussions for these episodes, they have to be like fully warranted if they go for more than an hour long.
Right.
Which this one kind of was
Yeah.
warranted. But like the first episode, the premiere, the discussions actually weren't necessarily needing to be that long.
Right. It was more of like, okay, here's season 4. Here's the general tone that is being taken
Here's a
with
bunch
it.
of
Oh my
characters
god.
we're introducing.
We didn't read Banort's bits.
Yeah, don't worry. We will.
Okay.
Bayanort with the 100 bits. So, are the next 14 podcasts also going to be Attack on Titan themed? Probably. Yeah. I love you guys and your content. Don't you think it's a bit too much? I mean, you already talk about Attack on Titan for an hour or more or less in the reactions, so yeah. I'm probably going to watch it anyway, though.
That's the thing.
So,
No.
no, it's
No.
actually not. Like
It-
no, really, no, definitely not. Like one of the things about Attack on Titan specifically, and I was just mentioning this to someone on Discord, is that they were like, "So when do you want to talk Attack on Titan?" And I just said, "Every day." And they were like, "Haha, no, but when?" I'm like, "Okay, we'll talk about it tonight."
Right.
And it was just like, it's the show basically where, because it's the finale of the series basically.
And the finale of the
Yeah.
series that, like, I never thought was ever going to come.
Yeah.
Like, and I know I kind of talked to you guys a bit about this, during the manga stream, but, like, I love that this is a thing, that we're here. Like, it's, yeah.
Right. Oh my god. Oh my god. It's gonna be awesome. Okay. So we got Crusader last with the Twitch Prime. Thank you so much for the sub.
Yes, thank you.
We broke 10,000 followers, by the way, in the last stream. So
Thank you.
you
Y'all
guys are awesome. Thank you so much for all the follows and stuff like that. If you're not followed and you want to stay up to date and everything here, hit that little heart button there. Send us some love with that.
Indeed.
Appreciate it.
Yeah.
Yeah. To be honest, I could hear you guys talk about Attack on Titan for hours and hours. I think that
And that's why we do these.
given that there are a lot of people here, I can see where a lot of the few percent of people that watch all the discussions they come here for these things. You guys are fantastic because like it is ramblings and ravings for the most part, and
Sure.
it is a weird discussion in general because Jacob is
I have a
restrained a little bit.
Yes, I have to hold back a little bit. I can only show
little
2% of my passion.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, no, not your passion, your power. Yes, your passion comes through regardless.
Okay, good. That is good
It's
to
quite
know.
strong.
Doesn't know.
Okay, that's true. I probably don't know.
Yeah.
Yes, but thank you guys. So, okay,
Where's the
season 4, episode 2.
Yeah. So, I've always said that Attack on Titan, my favorite parts of it are not the action, but they're the quiet moments with the characters and things like that.
Yeah.
And, I mean, the first episode of the season was fantastic. We got some great action. We got to, set the stage for everything. It was wonderful.
Yeah.
But this episode, we got the quiet moments with the characters.
Yeah.
And there were so many of them. Like, literally, when we were going through the discussion for, like, the reaction portion of everything and whatnot, it was just like, well, we just want to talk about everything. Like, it feels like every single conversation that happened in that second episode was vital. Vital. Like,
Yeah.
well, this episode is a dream come true for me. It's a Christmas present. I love it.
So let's go through the first scene in this very character-focused and world-focused study on Marley.
Yeah.
And this is wonderful here. This whole theme specifically here of, hey, guess what? Human technology
Has kind of surpassed Titans.
has surpassed
or at least
Titans.
caught up.
Yeah.
Titans aren't really that special anymore, are they? Especially if there's only 9 sentient ones, like Okay,
Human
that's cool.
ingenuity surpasses and shatters Marley's armor at last.
But now, to be fair,
That's a headline.
the world is finally catching up to the fact that Reiner's armor isn't that helpful.
I mean, what do you mean? He's still alive.
No, exactly. That's the thing, right? Right.
He has multiple layers of armor.
Oh yeah.
You got to get through
No
his,
emotional armor.
No. You have to get through the meta of his emotional buildup for his character, just general stuff armor, which isn't plot armor. It's basically the capitulation of emotional buildup for his character to have some kind of like grander like stuff in general, and that's something that keeps him alive because we need to have more reasons to empathize with this boy. Now, man. And then also his plot armor, of course. Which,
Definitely. The strongest armor of all.
The strongest armor of all.
Yep.
And then his actual armor.
Right.
His physical, actual, basic armor. Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah. Both the primitive Paradisians and the modern armies can break through his armor. Yep. Oh, man. Don't you love it?
To be fair, one of the things that's kind of interesting about the people on Paradise is that they utilized like very basic things to exceptional effect. The fact that the ODM gear is even the threat that it is to the Titans, while we accept it because anime, the fact that it is
inertia,
a thing
right.
that for the people that are outside that are basically like, there's a big anime cast on that island and they're kicking our ass constantly.
Right.
We don't get it. It doesn't make sense, but for whatever reason. And then Reiner and Bertolt come back. Oh, wait. They came back for a little bit. But then when they finally came back, that was just Reiner and Zeke. And I guess Peak.
Yeah.
But
Still feels weird to say it that way.
it does feel weird to say it that way.
Yeah.
We're going to get like probably people messaging us.
They're like,
once we
no,
say
it's Piek.
It's Piek. You said it
obviously.
right the first time.
Yeah. Oh yeah, no. If it was 20 years later, yeah, the world would have nukes. If we followed the whole, World War I to World War II kind of a thing, which, then makes
It'd
that
be about 30 years. But
Oh, okay, yeah, but that makes that whole conversation from like the current warrior, like cadet unit very, very much relevant of like, so
Yep.
what's our future look like?
Yeah.
Is this actually like it feels very much like the whole thing of the all right, get a corporate job 9 to 5 and and just stick with the one company and that's the way to go. And then it's like, well, wait, hold on. This company just fired 500,000 people, are we sure that'll work still?
Right. And then the next bit that's rather interesting with this bit here is that while we have the generals and everyone else here commenting and stuff, and Magath is kind of bringing up how we have over-relied on Titans, but eventually aircraft will keep advancing to the point that bombs will soon fall like rain, and it's like, oh, all of us in the real world are all like, yeah, that's a thing. And then the little commentary here that I just loved because it's like, don't do this to me.
We've had
terrifying.
that nightmare. Yeah,
I've had that nightmare. That's horrifying. And so, do we not have any Titans with wings?
Yeah.
And that was just one of those moments where I was like, boy, like that is a line. We do not cross the line. That's horrifying.
Right.
Just the idea of a Titan being able to jump really high is terrifying. But the idea that it could fly?
Yeah. Just let's not. Let's not. No.
Yeah.
No.
I said in the reaction in the discussion that's basically the equivalent of a flying spider.
Yep.
It just violates all kinds of rules about how you should feel safe ever in the future.
What? Sure. Yeah. Okay. I'll tell them about it more through it. Yeah. So Caleb, in the manga, they basically announced that it was going to be cut from the anime, but there is a spider winged Titan. It's on screen for very little time, but yeah.
What the? What?
No, I'm kidding. But yeah, just even imagining that, it's like, no.
Dude, I actually believed you a little bit. Don't do that. Don't do that. Oh my god.
Oh, and Behanort, In short, don't read that one,
Okay,
Caleb.
okay. I
In
started
short,
to.
yes, I know what you're talking about, but just for the sake of keeping things, especially like vague for Caleb, like let's not even talk like chapter numbers or things like that, because then there might be some part of his brain that's like, okay, it's probably around this chapter, so
I have a
something
remarkably good
close
memory
is,
for specific details and things.
yeah.
But I just had to bring up this moment as like
Yeah.
haha, that's terrible.
Yeah.
That's scary. Don't joke about that. And talk about losing their initiative in the war, and like look what we've become. And then
Zeke the Wonder Boy.
Zeke the Wonder Boy with his plan.
Yeah.
And this is where so much of my discussion in this podcast is going to be revolving.
Well, it makes
Zeke.
sense. Like, he's got a year left. If he's going,
No, it's I have thoughts.
well, so
You guys
so,
heard a bunch of them in the discussion if you watched the reaction and discussion. But the fact that he's coming up with this as a plan and idea, and the fact that we time skipped so much time to basically say that this didn't happen probably at all, like during the time, gap in general, this feels a bit like the beginnings of, all right, yeah, that's true. We should do this. I think that that's a very smart idea. Yes, but why are you more...
why now?
Why
Like,
now?
Well, yeah, I mean, the war's over, so it makes sense, and like, that is, if they have the founding Titan, there is none of the other
It got
countries
harder,
will try and fight
if
them.
anything, the longer they waited because of the fact that
We've sent the scout ships and they haven't come back.
well, not just that, but Armin's now had 4 years to get used to the Colossal Titan. Eren has gotten probably like more in tune with the power of the Titans just in general, and that's
They managed to like land a
that's
scout
just
ship.
that. But not only that, because of the fact that they no longer have to necessarily fear the regular Titans that are there because they're not dropping off shipments specifically. Now, they
Right.
did say that they sent what? Like, how many ships? Like 30-something ships?
32.
None of them came back.
None.
None.
Yeah.
That is a problem. But that means specifically that this idea now is worse of an idea by a long shot than it was back then.
But it's still so necessary, because you can't just leave something like the founding Titan on Paradise. Like
Honestly? Honestly, the reason why you need the founding Titan is not because you need to basically, just make a political statement to be like, look, we are strong. But it's about the fact that is too strong to have in the hands of someone who hates us. Like that is a ticking time bomb. It is not a thing of where the other nations are going to be a problem.
Right, they need to basically disarm the nuclear option from their enemies. Yeah.
From their enemy who...
and take that nuclear option for themselves.
Right. Who they've essentially gotten into a very, very safe kind of armistice with in the past, because the person who had the founding Titan almost always, and I believe this was something that was kind of brought up with what's his name?
Uri.
Uri, thank you. Just that no, we will not do that. Like, it's just a thing of where we
Right.
will not
there was perspective that was gotten as a result of being the holder of the founder that shifted things.
Haha, pun intended. It's a pretty good pun too.
Oh.
just in general.
That was unintentional.
Yeah, I got you.
yeah,
I just wanted
yeah.
to bring that up. But I think that this is something where Zeke, at the very least, if he is a die-hard Marleyan supporter to the core, or an anti-Eldian, in the same way that like Gabby is like, we got to wipe out all the evil Eldians basically.
Right.
This is something where, like, I have to get into his head here. I have to know what he's thinking here, because that seems just like I will die for Marley. Like, that's literally like what this kind of mission feels like. Is that he's like, my life for ire. Like,
right. With the last breaths that I have, I will.
Yeah, but they brought up like multiple times things like, we got to be careful if we lose a Titan, we could basically not be able to like pass it on in some way.
No. It was if we lose a Titan, then basically that will mean that we no longer have the majority of the Titans that exist out there, and then that's something where that's I because there's 9 total and they have 5 left, right?
Yeah, but the founding Titan is like 9 already, like practically.
Oh, definitely, right.
it
But
doesn't-
as far as the purpose of why they can't lose any more, because for the rest of the world's concerned.
Yes,
Yeah.
for sure. Because I'm sure the rest of the world doesn't even know, like, necessarily what the founding Titan is, or maybe they do, and it's just a
Or
thing
just
of
maybe
where
not what it can do, or well, I mean,
Or
they
no-
know that there is the threat that
They
of the
avoid-
rumbling and flattening the earth and
Well,
all
right,
that
they just
stuff.
avoid paradise in general. and
Right.
that's why. Yeah, it's just not
Oh,
worth
yeah.
it. There's no
And-
tactical reason to take paradise for the other reason that there's the resources there.
And that's right. It's totally my bad. I keep thinking paradise because it's because that's what it's referencing, but it's paradise, which is still in another language, paradise. But yes,
Yeah.
and also, so if Zeke has secrets,
Mm-hmm.
would those be secrets?
Yeah, I think they would. Yeah.
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 Mm-hmm.
Yeah. That was quite a punt there. Like a colossal kick through the walls.
Yeah. Keep them coming.
Yeah.
Okay, but
All right. So this is what he's looking for here.
mm-hmm.
Zeke. This is the
Newspapers need to read.
goal. Marley occupies Paradise
Mm-hmm.
and wields the power of all Titans.
Right.
Now,
That will definitely secure Marley's position in the world.
all Titans refers to the founding Titan.
Yes, in addition to the others, but yeah,
Well,
yeah.
right.
But mainly the founding.
But no,
yeah.
because it's the founding Titan, which literally would give them basically the key to where we don't fear Titans anymore.
Right. Yeah, because why would you if you have the founding?
Yes.
Yeah.
Now, because Zeke has royal blood, and because there is a very, very real possibility that he knows he has royal blood, but according to the very aptly timed bit of dialogue that he has with Colt later in the episode, which we will focus on,
Uh-huh.
everyone else does not know.
Right.
We don't know what Zeke knows necessarily.
I believe we do know that he knows because that was the point of the plan with his parents.
Okay, so with that, this is actually the perfect time for us to go back
And check.
and take a look at these things, because these are the kinds of things that we can do here, whereas at any other time it would be a little bit slow, just in general here. So we will make sure that we are on point
right.
with all the stuff here and refer back to the craziest episode in Attack on Titan ever, the
Episode
message
20.
to not traitor, patriot. And oh yeah, let's get this bad boy up here. So we got Grisha.
And gross and all that stuff. But then
We have basically him meeting Dinah Fritz, descendant of the royal family. She's the last descendant of royal blood who remained on the continent. She provided a lot of info.
yeah.
This is where they basically get the idea that the history that they've been fed is a lie.
It's all a lie, yes.
Yes, exactly. So then they do this for the sake of Eldia, which is the best kind of way to fire up a bit of hormones in them, and that
Oh, definitely.
these two revolutionaries then decided, you know what? Let's have a little revolutionary baby that we can imprint all our ideas and beliefs and hopes and dreams into.
Yep, that definitely won't have any kind of,
Repercussions in
repercussions
general.
or consequences or
Yeah. Someday this child will lead us to victory as time goes on. Yep. They will serve as vessels. Talking about the owl. All right. Yep. And then it's the king of the island, the king of the walls left this warning behind 80 years ago. If you ever interfere with us, the millions and millions upon titans in the world will flatten the entire world. Yep. And then none dare to confront him. So I think what that is also something that could imply that the world maybe knows about that warning.
Yeah,
possibly.
yeah, because it was a generally broadcast thing as a way to just no one mess with us.
Yeah, and that's a really clever plot thing to make sure that no one has,
Yep.
no other humans have bumped into basically them.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. The brainwashing of Zeke was basically the same
Yep,
as the way the
exactly.
Warriors are being brainwashed. Oh
Yep.
man.
In some ways, it's
Yeah.
kind of sick in that he's kind of the, he's kind of the like the best. He got like the best kind of brainwashing then because it was from parents, you know.
Well, okay, yeah, and one could say that in some cases parents are supposed to brainwash their children a little bit so that they can at least have a foundation from there to work from, but yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So there is a line here that seems to hint that it is something where, with Grisha's perspective here, it could have been something that made Zeke to be one that
Yeah.
thought he had royal blood. Is that Grisha says, not as a child of royal blood, and not as the hope of restoring Eldia, but as my son Zeke, had I ever thought of him that way. In any case, Zeke chose to protect himself and his grandparents in exchange for turning in his foolish parents into the Public Security Bureau, which I love that the grandparents were brought up there because we end up seeing them finally
later.
in this episode that we got here. So I don't think that it's necessarily...
Yes, okay, yeah. They're meant to teach, yes. Yeah.
Wait, who...
So my comment about the brainwashing thing.
What about it?
Oh, I made a comment that was very incorrect for trying to sort of potentially make a point, but yeah, about that one could potentially see a lot of what parents do regularly as brainwashing because the kids don't know any better, right? So they'll take whatever the parent basically gives them.
No, like no, that's not what their purpose is at all. No, it's just something that parents just have to be aware of the fact that it is human nature to pattern match and to copy.
Right.
So, monkey see, monkey do.
Mm-hmm.
And if you
Yep.
say something to your kid,
Right.
and you do, things that are maybe in contrast with that, they might just emulate your actions more so than your actual words and stuff. This is just a lot of stuff there that can be really gotten into with the idea of lineage being a big theme in Attack on Titan.
Santa's
especially more so.
brainwashing. Wake up, sheeple.
Oh my god, yeah. So, yeah, 320 is just really good to go back every once in a while and just look at all this stuff that we essentially had exposited to us.
Right.
That leads to just so many good stuff here. Also, someone passed this along to me that pure Titan as a phrase was brought up here
Oh yeah.
on the wall.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, just a basic Titan, nothing else to it. Yeah.
Right. It's just that the word pure was capitalized, so it felt a little
Right.
bit
It
weird
feels
when I
it
saw
feels like
in-
it's more of like a proper noun kind of thing of like, hold on, what's going on here? Yeah.
Right, exactly.
Which I guess still technically it is a proper noun, but yeah.
But yes. Okay.
Yeah.
So-
But given the fact that Grisha said that, have I ever thought of my son, or have I ever thought of Zeke not as, just, a being of royal blood, but as my own actual son, Zeke probably knows that he's royal blood.
Yeah. I would guess so as well. Then we get Colt and Zeke having a little bit of a conversation.
And I gotta say, I really like how after he basically kind of, voiced concerns about Colt in front of a room full of superiors, that then he's like, hey, sorry about that. I needed to make a point to them, Yeah.
And then we get this.
Hmm.
And I love the way that just these little moments in this episode happened. Is that when you're making a story like this, there's kind of an odd flavor, I would say, to the dialogue that you can tell when it's forced. And it's forced not for the purpose of it being like kind of lazy. It's not just that it's lazy writing or something like that. It's that it's specifically there to put an idea in the audience's mind.
Hmm.
It's there to kind of do a little bit of inception there.
Ah.
And this is one of those ones where we are meant to be reminded about something and that there have been other Beast Titans. Well, of course there are, right? Of course there have been.
Yeah.
Yeah, they would logically, presume that, Zeke wasn't always the Beast Titan, so he had to inherit it from someone and eat them and such. So, he's got their memories and, experiences swirling around in his head and
Yep.
stuff.
It makes sense that they would get better and better as time goes on.
Yes, that too. But there hasn't been a beast like you in its history is a bit of a statement that it's not really empirically possible for him to say with certainty.
Right. It's just based on the what they've read from records and things like that. It very much seems that he is,
Yeah.
unlike any we've previously had.
Right, but this is coming off of in the previous scene where they said, it's Zeke the Wonder Boy, and he's the Eldian that's in the
room full of
Council of Generals. And
Right,
then
right.
Colt mentioned just earlier this, you were amazing, an Eldian, speaking up to all of them. All these things are just communicating the same thing.
Okay.
Zeke is exceptional.
Yes.
And when I say exceptional, it's not that he has he got a 100 out of a 100 on his test or something like that.
But
It means that he is
underlined and capitalized.
Yes, he is a one of a kind. There will never be a beast like him in the future kind of thing.
Gotcha.
Which he literally brings up to them of, I'm not sure Colt can properly, take the Beast Titans, thing there. Which, I'll just say, this is, again, more emphasis on the idea that what, Grisha, well, not Grisha, but I guess what Grisha and Dinah in this case wrought here, what they brought into this world is someone who can have a very grand influence in the way the world goes and moves, especially in his final year. Because
if he's gonna do anything, it'll be in his final year, right?
But that's the point, though.
Mm-hmm. Like, what will it be?
Or just why did he wait to, push for this mission to happen? Just because of the headlines? Or has he always wanted this mission to go?
Well, sure, but it could also just be that he wants to use this last year to rescue Aaron, because he talked about it and he's like, you're a slave to, to our father's teachings and all of that. Like,
Totally.
I'll save you from this, right? And it's I don't know, maybe if Colt
Break him
will
out of
be
your
able
brainwashing. Yeah.
Right. I don't know if Colt will be able to fully rescue him from that or if he'll care to or
Sure.
whatever, right?
Sure.
I have to get my brother while I'm still alive.
Exactly. So Zeke is under a sense of urgency, which means that he can do things that you wouldn't expect.
Sure, and that will definitely make for more interesting narrative stuff because it's and it's fitting for the the final season that if you have a character that basically where they now are going to there's a reason for whatever the stuff that they do why it would be being done here rather than why it would have happened 5 years ago or something.
But also in the world mechanics for Titans, he definitely has some potential things there that could be rather huge. Given that we know at the very least that him being the Beast Titan probably has maybe something to do with the fact that he can awaken Titans out of Eldians and stuff, except for the next bit that Colt says in a way that is it's just on the nose at this point. It's just not even subtle.
And I will tell you, this is straight from the manga.
No, I'm glad to hear that, but that doesn't change or add anything to what I'm thinking here. Sometimes it reminds me of the Founding Titan.
Yeah, it's like,
what?
Hold on. That's you can't just say that.
So, I'll just say it because this is something that I've wondered about specifically because there's no there is precedent against it, but it is something that I've always found to be a bit of an odd scenario question that I don't know the answer to because it feels like a simple It seems like something a 7-year-old would come up with as a theory, the thing I'm about to say.
Oh, okay.
But it's the kind of thing of it being like, wait, what would actually happen? We don't necessarily know.
If what?
I'm about to say.
Okay.
So, Zeke
Mm-hmm.
being someone of royal blood,
Right.
and we need someone of royal blood to utilize the Founding Titan to its fullest potential.
Yeah.
What would happen if someone who was already a Titan shifter
Mm-hmm.
ate another Titan shifter? Would they get a new cycle in life? Would something,
Okay.
if interesting or unique in that regard, happen?
Okay.
Like, also, think about Eren in some ways.
Uh-huh.
So, back when Grisha set him up to basically be like, I'm so sorry, I didn't want this to happen. He's crying, and he
Right.
basically, gave him the injection so that he would tighten out and basically go, like, yeah, all right, there you go. So,
Like, what are you thinking? Because I'm still not sure I follow.
well, you have to be careful here, of
No, no,
course,
no.
because you've got to play up
Yeah,
the
yeah.
part and everything there. But help me walk through
Right.
this here.
So-
when Grisha gave the injection to Eren,
Right. He had just gotten the Founding Titan from when he stormed the place and killed the family.
right, and he ate,
He ate Historia's sister or cousin or whatever.
who
the other
had
who had the Founding
Titan.
Yeah.
But he had also already eaten the owl at the time.
Yeah, he'd eaten Kruger, so yeah. So he had the Attack Titan, and then he ate the
And
Founding
then he
Titan.
had the Founding Titan.
Right.
Right. So right now, this is already something that's happened.
Uh-huh.
But what does that mean? Like, what does that do? I'm thinking basically in the one for all.
Okay.
Eren eats either like all the Titans eventually, or it's a Zeke basically eats someone that has multiple Titans. Like what?
That's right, her half sister,
Right.
Frida. Yes.
Like
Yeah. So Aaron right now has the Attack Titan and the Founding
the
Titan,
Founding Titan. Yeah.
but he can't really use the Founding Titan because no royal blood.
Right.
So
yeah.
that's why, like,
Except
he'll-
except he has kind of used it.
He'll occasionally get like the flashes or things like that.
The whole
but
backstory was kind of a paths equivalent thing right there, right? Because it was through the there was a connection that was made through the book, I believe, or was it just him reading it?
I think it was them reading. There might have been also something like that happened, but it wasn't the information being like passed. It was
Yeah.
If it was something more innocuous, like he
like when he
weird
touched,
visual
when
stuff.
he touched Historia,
yeah,
and
something
he
like
knelt
that.
there, and then he got that like
Uh-huh.
that triggering sensation and stuff
Yeah,
like that.
basically like that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, or
But-
like when Historia touched the letter from Ymir, like that kind of thing.
Gotcha. The backstory was because Historia and Rod touched him.
Right, exactly.
Rod.
Yeah.
When did that happen?
That happened in season 3, part 1, when they were about to execute him, and Rod was specifically wanting to show Historia what happened.
Right.
So he
right.
basically, so
Yeah,
because they
on his
had
back. They
royal
put
blood,
their-
they
they
did
put their hands on his
yeah,
back.
they did that so that way
Yes.
Historia would see that yes, Grisha, ate Frida and did all that stuff, killed their family, yeah.
Like what's being set up here in my mind in some ways is that there's a possibility that Zeke could just want the Founding Titan.
Okay.
Because if he had that power,
And that's why he puts up the ploy of like, I must rescue you, Eren.
exactly,
Is because he actually wants to just
he actually just wants to have the ability to do whatever it is that his secret.
and Dio can finally become a god, basically.
Well, I don't even think necessarily he thinks on that level. It's just the thing of where Zeke is a character that is mired in trauma and just
Yeah.
all kinds of messed
Yeah.
up stuff. So I would think that his true feelings on a lot of things are just buried. They're just
Oh, okay.
buried. Like who is a true friend to him in this series? Like, we've never seen him really have an equal or a peer, right?
Sure.
He's
yeah,
always
Colt
speaking
would
from a-
probably be the closest thing.
But that's not it. It's a mentor and student relationship.
Right,
It's
yeah.
not an equal. So who does he actually see as an equal? Well, who else but his half-brother out there?
Sort of my frenemy rival, but bound by blood kind
Basically, you are the connection, the last connection out there to Grisha.
of. But he hates Grisha.
Of course he hates Grisha.
So-
but
so
that
it's-
would make
so it's-
Aaron so much more important to him.
Gotcha. Hence, so there's camaraderie because then it's the I can rescue you from him.
Right,
Because you're
right.
still in his clutches. I see it.
Yeah, so maybe he does want to rescue him. I would say that there's almost no reason for him to lie about that.
Right. Yeah. He was
Other
talking.
than maybe manipulating
Yeah,
Aaron.
unless he wanted to manipulate Aaron. Yeah,
Right.
that's what we've seen so far. There's nothing really to show to the contrary as of now.
Yeah, exactly. So this is just one of those moments where I was like, all right, show, that's some foreshadowing setup that
Mm-hmm.
I am very, very like freaking out about right
Yeah.
now. Okay. Yeah, why he keeps going on it too. Why are you so special? It's not like you have any royal blood. I'm like, who knows? I guess I'll be dead before we figure it out. Now that line, the way he delivered it when I was seeing it, I thought that was just rather sad because you can see that he might have already started to give up in that regard because he's smoking, and I don't believe we've ever. He might just not have access to cigarettes, or something like that when he went to
Potentially.
parodies.
Yeah.
But it seems like the kind of thing that's not like he's addicted to it. It's more like he chooses to do it.
Oh,
And
sure.
it's the kind of thing of
I only have a year left, so it's not like I need to worry
I
about
can
my
give
lungs.
these, I can
you
give
know.
out my lungs now. Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
yeah. And besides, I'm a Titan, so my lungs would probably be fine. Like,
Right. It's like, oh, but when you inherit my memories, you'll find out my big secret. And I love that it's a thing of where he just casually brings it up as if it's like, yeah, you'll get it.
right.
No one
like,
else knows about it.
Like he's talking about himself, and his own death so casually.
So casually.
Which makes sense. I mean, that's something that he's had a long time to get used to. But yeah,
But God, the fact that he's so like just deadpanly switches it up to the special way I wipe my ass. I hope you don't tell anyone. Like,
Yeah.
like it's Dio saying this once again. After all,
Yep,
but just
yep.
it's just how like flat the delivery is to basically be like, yeah, the special way I wipe my ass. Don't hope you don't tell anyone. Mm-hmm. And
it is
what-
passed down the Zeke family from generation to generation.
Exactly. It's hilarious. It's amazing. But what I really love about this is that while this scene is kind of like a haha, that's a joke.
But then
who should
Magath
pop
shows up.
a second after that?
Yeah, too late. I want to report. How do you wipe your ass? Yeah.
Yeah.
All the details.
Suddenly, a wild Magath appears who apparently listens into.
How many hairs do you have on your ass?
Yeah, exactly. And the idea that Magath kind of brings that up of too late. I think Magath and the official warriors,
Uh-huh.
they have a
Official
little bit of a. They're like the ones that aren't candidates, basically.
Oh, right. The
Yeah.
ones that are actually
The ones
warriors
that are
now.
actually
Uh-huh.
warriors, right? There are these little lines that they throw in there to be like, yeah, you can't share whatever that is with Colt. Is that he's basically
Okay.
saying whatever your secret was, if you were about to tell it him, look, suddenly I'm here. Too
Sure,
late.
but he already, Zeke already said, oh, yeah, when you'll die, you'll figure it out.
Right, but
So it didn't seem, I mean, okay, yeah.
but you're saying to me that Magath hasn't, as a military Marley guy, thought about potentially just taking Zeke and being like, tell us what that secret is. Tell us now. No, you will tell us, or we will hurt your grandparents. Like you're telling me
Sure.
that.
I mean-
you're telling me that they don't live in a situation where they haven't been like, all right, no, you're really important to us, Zeke. You're the Wonder Boy.
Well,
But no,
it's-
we keep your grandparents around because we know we
Right.
can control you with them.
Right, you're such a Wonder Boy, we want to make sure you stay on our side, but then at the
Totally.
same time, you're a Wonder Boy, so we give you leniency and we let you sit in with the generals and we listen to your opinions and things like that, when normally we absolutely wouldn't do that for any of the other warriors, probably.
Vihu Ra says Magath really said peekaboo. That's amazing. If that's really the literal translation,
Wow.
that's hilarious. Just the fact that it's like, oh yeah, he just said peekaboo in
Peek-a-boo?
Japanese. Yeah, yeah. But all right, that scene was really good. Oh yeah, and he does really get like that specific.
Yeah.
Everything down to the hairs on your ass. Do you think Eldians get privacy? Set up for the scene later when they get
Get spied on.
Listen in on, yeah. And also the whole thing of him taking the cigarette and waiting for them to light it for him,
Oh, Yeah.
And then you can conquer Paradise in a year, and he's like, well, it's more like I only have 1 year left to try. It feels like it's the kind of thing of he knows he can't lie to this guy.
Oh,
So he's not gonna lie and say that he can or he can't.
Yeah, I love the
It's
dynamic that him and McGath have. Like it feels very understanding, even with the tension that's there.
Yeah. And also, if we want to look at this in a very like way too in-depth kind of thing here, but hey, Attack on Titan does pay attention to details like this sometimes.
Yeah.
This kind of motion here is a lie tell.
Oh yeah, it's a tell.
It is a tell. It is a tell that he is intentionally trying to deceive on some level. Even if what he's saying isn't literally false, the body language shows that he is trying to deceive Magath a little bit.
So I do like that.
You
Just
agree?
as a counter
Oh,
thing,
okay.
though,
Okay, sure.
I want to point out that the lie tells and stuff only works when you have a baseline.
I agree.
So
I agree.
Like I could easily see it being something where it's
Potentially.
an awkward thing to sort of be like, well, I mean, I'm gonna die soon, so
Yeah, exactly. That
like-
totally works as well. I 100% agree. It's just one of those. It's just one of those things that I have to bring up. And then the whole thing of the ships being taken down. Zeke, what do you think about that? And I love Zeke's thing of like, well, considering 32 ships were sunk, I can't imagine a single Titan was responsible.
Yeah.
It's like, I mean,
Hold on
have
just
we
a
ever
sec.
seen the Colossus? Something I'm not supposed to look at?
No, it's just someone being a little bit mean. Yes, manga readers play it nice, but also anime onlys be polite.
Yeah.
Be polite.
Okay,
Yeah.
gotcha. I just thought that was a little setup thing to be like, who knows what Armin's capable of right now?
Oh, sure.
And then
yeah.
it's like, this isn't Aaron doing this all
Well,
himself.
like couldn't you totally see it if they managed to land a scout ship on Paradise, right?
Yeah.
And they're looking around, and then all of a sudden someone gets to like this flat area where there's just a bunch of craters, right?
They're
Like
like,
massive
wait.
craters, and they're like, what happened here? It's like there were a bunch of bomb testings, and then
a
and
big
then it's like,
chunk of rubble or a tree comes flying out of the
well,
air,
Sure. Or Hanji's like, all right, Armin, test number 57. See if you can get a bit higher this time.
And marker and action.
Yeah. Right.
And they're like, what's that sound? It sounds like a little bit of a buzz fly. It's getting louder. Just a big tree comes flying in out of nowhere.
Oh man.
Like that's just the kind of stuff we can just only imagine, with this whole thing there. And then it's the okay, all right, yes, this is something
More
where
than their Titans that pose a threat.
even if we go, we will need support beyond ships, which means we'll need to send Titans, which it makes sense that maybe they haven't been able to send Titans and thus do an actual mission of this because they've been under basically a bit of war because of the failure of the Titan expedition infiltration force that went back there 4 years ago.
Yeah. Imagine being the guy on ship number 32. Just like, it's going to go great this time, right? Like, surely this time we'll land, right?
Right.
On the island of devils where 31 ships now have been sent.
Yeah,
It's fine.
We've landed at 16 different locations. They don't have everything prepped.
Exactly.
That's the thing. And heck, I'm not even going to be on the landing force. We're going to go in, land our people, and then move the ship out, so it's fine. It's fine.
Send in a little rowboat to like land on.
A little like, what are those boats called? There's like a P2, P boats or something like that.
Yeah,
But basically they just,
Right,
send in,
literally
like,
just
12
a
people.
bucket with like a little engine. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. We're just here for the fishing. Jesus. Oh my God. Oh yeah, that's rough. But it's more than their Titans that pose a threat. And I love the editing of this. They show him basically
Getting sashimied
remembering
by Levi.
Levi,
Yeah.
which then they're basically like, no, this is an Ackerman thing. Like this is
Right.
this is Levi and Mikasa.
Those damn anime protagonists, they just really fuck up my day.
Right, but I gotta say, the choice to have this bit here where he then sees, Levi in his mind's eye here, and it's terrifying. Let me actually play it here so I can get the exact frame that I want. Like, let me just show you guys to remind you how terrifying Levi is.
Yep.
Just seeing this come in your like Titan vision or what have you in the snap second, just like that's horrifying.
In the manga, it was basically him making. I'm not sure if it happened here, if it happened actually when he was talking to the generals, but he basically mentioned like, but there's this dude there that I would never want to meet again under any circumstances. Like that just no, he's a human, but no.
Yeah, the acid filter. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, really bad trip, man. Bad trip.
Yeah.
Yeah, yes, the Fingelfin of Attack on Titan.
Exactly.
For
exactly.
Sure.
Yeah.
And just the idea that this is the best one, obviously, because he's the oldest. He has a lot of experience with this. But this one is one that was known to basically manhandle also Annie, who, for all intents and purposes, basically with regards to what they heard from Reiner and Bertolt, like Reiner and Bertolt must have given a full report to Zeke and everything.
Sure.
Reiner and Bertolt didn't see what happened in the forest.
That's true.
But
That's
they probably
true.
heard about it from Mikasa. So it's basically this tale of like, dude,
Oh shit.
this was how crazy it was. But then Levi actually just beat her by himself. And the only reason why she got away was because I was an idiot and I got in his way at the last
Right.
second and he had to save me.
Yep.
And Reiner and Bertolt then passed that along at the fire. They're like, by the way, there's this one warrior you need to worry about.
Yeah.
And he's like, this
Right.
Levi? What? Like
and I
they
love how-
already knew like this guy can fuck us up. Like
Right.
it is bad.
And I love how when, like, I know this is going back to season 3 part 2, but I love how when Zeke sees the line of Titans that are just they're just dead and evaporating or whatever, he's like, wait, why am I remembering this now?
Right.
You know?
Why am I remembering this now?
It's the by the way, if you ever see this Levi guy, just don't mess with him. He's
Nope. Nope. He
Yeah.
will end you.
and then it's the oh shit.
and the sound, it was so good. But they transitioned from this to another Ackerman,
Yep.
and they gave us a very similar shot.
Yeah, Mikasa just going ham on
Where is it
Reiner
here? She twists around so many times here.
in the
It's-
air. Yeah, it's great.
Oh, hold on. I want to get this. I want to get this just perfectly. Well, I guess the eye is
Yeah, the
good
eye.
enough.
I mean, Mikasa definitely does have the yandere eyes.
Yeah. Like this is the last thing that you see. Just
Yep.
coming in general. But the fact that after this we're gonna cut to Reiner waking up in a PTSD like stress
Panic, yeah.
of like, okay, I'm okay. Like that's brilliant because one, it shows the potential thing of paths, Eldians being, or at least the
Yes,
warriors being
regular
connected
memory.
through-
Yeah. Oh, gotcha. The syncing up of the two scenes. Yes.
Exactly.
Right.
It's just a clever editing way to basically be like,
Yep.
right.
Yep.
Yeah.
And I love that. Okay, so with that, it's something where on the one hand, at the same time, we're like, oh hell yeah,
Hell yeah.
hell yeah.
Yeah.
They terrified those
They're-
warriors. Yeah, they're
they're
pissing
monsters.
themselves,
Uh-huh.
right?
Like we get hyped because
get
we're
hyped.
like, oh yeah, these are our squad.
These are our
elite
badasses.
squad members.
You don't mess with them, right?
Yeah.
But then at the same
And
time,
at the same
it's
time,
like,
we're like, oh no.
oh shit.
right.
Yeah, that's right.
Because-
Reiner is haunted at night, not just because of all the things that he did, but
Right.
also because he's like, oh,
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the emotional connection, and that's
Mm-hmm.
what I love so much about this episode is that it's to say, yeah, are you hyped? Are you hyped to see Reiner have to face them again?
yeah. When Mikasa smiled
how
at
are
the
you
end
gonna
of
feel
season
about that?
3, did that look like a happy smile?
That angle too, just the idea that our our kids. I mean, well, Levi's not a kid, but
Right. He's
he's
kid
an old man.
sized.
He's a boomer practically at
You
this
know.
point. Yeah, actually, that's a good point. Levi, they're gonna have a thing where it's like, Levi got nerfed. He aged him up 4 years, and suddenly the fact that he's like 40 now or something, like caught up with him.
No.
How old is Levi supposed to be? Is he
Since-
supposed to be like 30 something?
Something like that. But since when have the Ackermans ever played by the laws of physics? Like,
I'm just saying, if anything, I'm curious if they're going to do the anime thing where a time skip means a power up, or if it means a power down. I think for Mikasa, it's going to actually be a
power up.
up,
Which
in
is
the
crazy
way
to
that
think about.
will be freaky. Oh my god. Boomer Titan. Wow, I'm getting like completely different like ages
yes,
here.
he's 12. Yeah. Mhm.
But yeah. Reiner though.
Yeah, Kenny was like 60. That's a good thing to remember.
What?
Yeah. Yeah. Cuz if Levi was in his, mid 30s or something, back then, I mean Kenny basically raised him. So,
Right.
he's a good deal older.
And
But that shot.
this broken boy.
So you know what I love about this shot?
this
and
is
I know
just a perfect
this isn't
perfect shot.
I'm positive 98% positive this isn't intentional. But what I love about it is the hand that's reaching out saying wait is covering one half of his face. Oh. A lot of his trauma regarding this whole thing kind of started with one boy who lost half of his face.
Oh, that's a pretty deep
Like-
cut. I like
like,
it, but I
you know-
think it works just as well as the idea that he's split up inside.
Oh, definitely.
He's
yeah,
just
yeah.
divided.
He's internally divided. Yep.
Yeah. Or he's wearing a mask a little.
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. But look at those haunted eyes.
Look at those haunted
Oh,
eyes.
the one that we can see right now. Yeah.
Yeah, the
Yep.
one.
Yep.
God. Like
Those
if
hollow
this
cheeks,
doesn't
yeah.
hurt, I totally get the idea of you having no sympathy or empathy, or maybe no empathy for Reiner because of the horrible things that he basically did.
Mm-hmm.
But like, just imagine to be in this guy's head, though.
Oh,
Just
yeah.
imagine to be in this guy's head.
Yep. And then remembering how young he was when it all started.
Yeah. And that's just the result of him being chosen. He was chosen before that. So then they probably
Yeah.
had to train him again
Oh,
for
sure.
another bit of time. Like, let's look
Yeah.
at this logically. We talked about, like, back in season 2, we talked about No, you and I talked about this in between, like, well, like, I think it was in between season 2 and 3, actually. Like, season 2, when we found out that Reiner and Bertolt were the Armor and Colossal Titan, the idea that this is how old they are, right? Means that we then extrapolated back 5 years to go like, oh, shit. So they were, that young. Child soldiers.
Yep.
Oh, God. Oh, my God. Okay. Well, if that's the case, how do you convince kids to do that?
Right.
And it
Yeah.
took us a long time before we ended up finding out exactly why.
Yeah. Well said, I'm a Jew. Yeah. Bertolt's plea to the scouts in season 2.
Someone find us.
Yeah, you think anyone wants to do that kind of stuff? Someone please find us. Like
Yeah.
that. Oh my God.
Yeah, you could see the weight about Bert for a different reason. What is that something I'm supposed to read? I can't. Tell.
Oh, gotcha. Okay, but I think what they're meaning is that you could see the weight being about a different thing than just like don't kill me, but that basically because he's going back through like the memories, he doesn't want to get to the part where Bert gets eaten.
Oh, right.
like
yeah, true.
Yeah.
Oh, Reiner was saying wait right as he got all those thunder spears back in Shiganshina too.
Wow. Yeah. Because oh man.
How do you convince kids to do that? I'm pretty sure like 1,000 Holy Wars Crusades will show you that the answer is very easily, actually. I think that's the sick answer. But I think the main thing that's different, though, is that when you do it and you convince them to do it, usually you send one of the manipulative adults basically with them to kind of be the handler
Oversee, yeah.
and oversee it. But the fact that they then did this and had probably sleepless nights.
Mm-hmm.
No, actually, there's a very real possibility they did. Some of them didn't have sleepless nights. That they were like, yeah,
Certainly not at the beginning.
like,
Yeah.
we're gonna love this.
Yep. We
But-
got to push on.
But the
you know.
idea then that after that, there was that time in between them joining the 104th, basically,
Right.
and
they-
actually after doing it, where they
where
had
they
to
see
just,
the results.
yeah, exactly,
Yep.
yeah,
Yep.
yeah.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
God, all right, so fantastic character opportunity here with Reiner to have him be a perspective focus.
Yep.
While here
God,
on the Marley side of
I
things.
love Reiner as a character so much.
Also, this is something that I noticed you must have taken inspiration from for Battle Lines, Jacob.
Oh.
The warriors, as they are here on the Marley side of things, feel
Mm-hmm.
a lot like some of the things that you did in your characters with Battle Lines.
I will tell you, you know, like
There was some inspiration taken.
there was a lot of inspiration taken from Attack on Titan for like, okay, I want to make a story that goes into some of these kinds of things. You know, you can be the judge of how well I did it, but yeah, uh-huh.
Yeah, what I got the vibe in this little scene here where Reiner is sleeping, but there's just a roommate with him here. In this case, it's this could be even a hospital situation here because there's a
Yeah, I forget. Was
curtain
it
thing
Zeke or Peak here?
there. It's Galliard.
Oh no, that's right. It's Galliard.
It's Galliard,
Yeah.
basically, because then they have the conversation about
Right.
Marcel.
Hence his thing of, seems like you were having a good dream, so I didn't wake you.
like,
It's like,
do you realize
Wow.
do you guys realize what that
what that
what that
What
line
that communicates?
entails? There's a couple ways you can look at it.
Mm-hmm.
Two big ways. One, what was he actually thinking of? Something wonderful and happy? No. So maybe
Mm-hmm.
Galliard is still a bit well,
Oh,
how to say, a bit angry about the
still
fact
has some
that
feelings on the matter.
some feelings on the matter. that-
Almost like he experiences the memories of his brother's death
Uh-huh.
firsthand, and potentially constantly.
Yeah. A good dream. I think good dream translates to vivid dream.
Yeah.
I don't think there was anything good.
Oh no.
Reiner was
Oh no.
thinking about here.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
And now there's the possibility that he's not actually thinking about that at all, and there's actually a little bit of empathy here. And he's saying, "It felt like you were. It seemed like you were having a good dream, meaning like you were actually able to get some sleep. So I didn't wake you because maybe it's hard for you to get sleep. Maybe there is a little bit more empathy to it there. Yeah.
Or maybe it's the I enjoy realizing that you have guilt about this.
Yes, exactly.
Because you should.
What's to say that maybe he didn't blurt out some names or some things that he now
Sure.
knows were
Would not be
associated with
surprised. Yeah.
that. And that whole thing being said while they're framed as looking away from each other here.
Uh-huh.
And I'm sorry, this episode is one we're going to analyze a lot.
Yeah.
Specifically, but I still haven't thanked you for back then, Galliard. Now,
Right, because he did save him.
Mm-hmm.
He did save him.
Mm-hmm.
But, oh man. Yeah, because that's his duty. That's his job, right? And yet at the same time, because of
Wow.
you, my brother is dead.
Yeah.
And think about that for a second. Not only is his brother dead, but he already had the experience of realizing I am not going to be a warrior at the same time as my brother.
Mm-hmm.
So, my brother has 13 years left starting now. My counter hasn't started yet.
Yep.
So, not only did you take him away from me,
Yep.
you took him away from me when I didn't even have much time left with him.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. There's this aspect about Galliard's design here that I think is rather strong. He actually is framed to be rather, I would say, cute. Like there's actually this part about him where I see him as being rather attractive. Like he's got big eyes, He's got a pretty soft face.
Nice haircut, kind of a thing. Yeah.
Well, the haircut actually feels more like a little bit of the professional side of things.
Mm-hmm.
Like he's like, yeah, I'm professional and I have a warm face, but I'm dead inside. I am inside. No, I don't want your things. No. No. Yeah, I feel like if anything, Galliard is the one that has probably a
Oh
lot
my
of the pain that will just never be able to be let out in that
Right.
regard.
That is an excellent point. Yeah, it's not just that he has, the experience of his brother dying firsthand,
Oh, but he has.
but also of killing him.
Oh, as Ymir.
Oh my god.
Oh my god! I did not think about that.
Wow.
Oh, that is so true. Holy shit!
Yeah.
Oh my god! Wow.
Don't you just love the way that Isayama just makes things painful for the characters?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I know they say that, writers are supposed to make their characters suffer, but
come on.
but damn.
Also, this whole thing of basically having Reiner kind of give this question to the audience more than actually like kind of
Mm-hmm.
it's a line for the purpose of letting us in on the info here. You saw Marcel's memories, it's like, oh well, yeah, but I guess
Yes,
that's
I
a thing
did.
of where now we get based on the confirmation, because I was a baka and didn't notice that this was supposed to be, as a result of him eating Ymir.
Uh-huh.
But okay, wow. And Ymir had a lot of feelings, a whole lot of life experience in general.
Oh,
So
yeah.
I'm actually like really curious to see if we ever have any stuff related to, because obviously Marcel is very, very important and stuff. But the fact that the way he says you saw Marcel's memories and he says no, he contradicts him, meaning that he doesn't literally experience Marcel's memories, but he experiences them as Ymir's memories, which means that even though Ymir got Marcel's
Right,
memories,
it's layers of indirection.
It's layers of indirections, but
Mirror
it's that
through a
filter.
mirror.
Right. But that is something that makes Paths as a whole rather interesting, because it's the idea that everyone, as regards to the Titans at the very least, of the 9 Titans, all filter back through many, many layers of indirection all the way back to the origin
Single
point.
coordinate, all that. Yeah.
Exactly. That's just a cool little bit of misdirection on the world building stuff. And then this is his one kind of cold response there, and this is my other thing to show that he's actually kind of dead inside. He's like, what an impressive name, for the name that it connects
Ymir.
back to, for such a pitiful woman. And it's like, oh my god.
Yep, not
Dude.
even having her memories makes him empathize.
Nope. And I mean, she admitted it. She's like, yeah, I'm a piece of shit. She's like,
Yeah.
I know who I am.
Right.
But pitiful? Wow.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
Like,
Man,
if anything,
Ymir was one of my favorite characters in Attack on
Ymir
Titan.
was incredible.
I think because Ymir is dead at this point is one of the reasons that I can say, because like at this point it would be basically Ymir, Reiner, and Eren as like my 3 favorite characters.
Oh,
and I know
gotcha.
Mikasa's not on there. Yeah. I've grown as a person. But now she's dead.
Yeah. God. But not even like for a woman with such a sad story or
Sure.
something. Like,
Yeah,
it's,
anything
no,
like that.
pitiful.
Nope.
Pitiful. God. Isn't it thanks to her that we got my brother's jaw back? Basically trying to be like, hey, don't rag on Ymir. I liked her, kind of.
Uh-huh.
Even though
Yeah.
Reiner was the one
She-
that actually had the most problems with Ymir
Yes, she
in
did.
general.
But yeah, she came back of her own accord.
Yeah. Yeah, what the hell are we doing on that and getting saved by someone new every day? Oh, he's still throwing his brother's death back in his face.
Yep.
I saw how you acted through her memories.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, that bit there, just, what's with that? Pretending to be a reliable guy, huh?
Mm-hmm.
I'd say you were imitating my brother. Like,
Not at all accusing or anything like that.
God, the fact that he is just digging into
Like,
this guy. And it's
Gallagher.
like, wait, hasn't it been 4 years?
uh-huh. This continued.
Yeah.
Like, have you ever heard of kicking a man when he's down?
Like,
Oh my god.
oh my God. I wonder if shifters even feel like themselves anymore. Imagine being a 10-year-old who gets 20 or so years of memories from a previous holder. You'd basically be more than yourself at that point.
Yeah, could happen that way.
Yeah, exactly.
Mm-hmm.
Imitating my brother, though. What this makes me think of, just in general, is the idea in some ways of how the characters in Attack on Titan all end up kind of doing little emulations of each other at times because they each hit really low points and need to rely on the strength of another in order to pull them back up. Classic example of this is Eren and Armin.
Yeah.
Eren gets to low points multiple times where Armin is the one to kind of pull him back up from things there. And I think it just really hones in on the idea of family, just as a theme in the story overall.
In addition to the whole bloodlines thing.
Yes, exactly. The idea that family is not something that ties to literal nuclear biological family, like with Mikasa and Eren. You know,
right?
They're siblings.
They're
basically.
family.
They're family. But also with regards to the fact that Eldians, by the literal nature of the, the blood that they share, the DNA they share, or however that works, they are all kind of like a larger family in the same way as well. It's just like, oh, that's crazy. And then who should show up but Reiner's savior in this case. Give him a little bit of rest. And
the savior of both Reiner and Zeke. Like, think about that for a second.
Yeah.
She saved them both.
This is Marley's MVP right there that never probably gets the respect that she deserves.
Nope. Because if not, just think about this for a second. Think about this for a second.
Yeah.
Even leaving aside the idea that she was helping lug around the rocks that Zeke used to destroy the Survey Corps, because sure, maybe he could have gotten the rocks some other way. Imagine if Zeke goes over to be like, all right, we're gonna fix this situation, right? And and Reiner's there and everything. And then all of a sudden, neither of them come back. And forget 32 ships going missing, right? None of them come back.
Exactly.
They're like, all right, so we had 7 Titans originally, with 2 being unaccounted for. 1 missing, 1 on Paradise, right?
Yep.
And then we send the Colossal Titan, the Jaw Titan, the Female Titan, the Armored Titan, and the Beast Titan all over there. And just none of them come back.
None of them.
All right, we've got 2 Titans left. We've got the Cart Titan and the Warhammer Titan, whatever the Warhammer Titan does.
They went up against a cast of anime characters.
Right.
What did they expect was going to happen?
We end up having the same war because you can bet your ass that there would have been at least that same kind of war.
Yep.
If they only had 2 Titans left. Oh, and the Warhammer Titan just doesn't feel like going off of home soil.
So we just have to wait for the enemy nations to come to us.
All right, Cart Titan. Basically, we have a single sort of mobile machine gun
We're
unit.
Gonna stick it on your back,
and
we
just
need you
hope
to
that's
carry
enough.
Our whole front lines is
Yep.
special ops squad
and
or
hope
whatever.
that you're not slower in your quadruped form and the anti-Titan guns, take you out or anything. We salute you. Go forth and serve the fatherland or the motherland or whatever. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, apparently that was just a choice of subtitles as well. Just based on whichever subtitle thing we went through. One said fatherland, the other said motherland. So
Gotcha.
oh, okay, cool.
But yeah,
Yeah.
Man, Marley would have just been in a great position. Great position. Oh, and also, not only, even if, say, the Survey Corps had been decimated like that, then they would have had they would have had 3 Titans that then they could have stolen. So Erwin would still be alive, probably as like the Beast Titan or something, and then they also would have had the Armored Titan.
Oh no, if Erwin was the Beast Titan, he wouldn't have eyebrows. Cause it's all fur.
No, he'd have eyebrows. He'd just be golden all over. Blonde fur.
Blonde Beast Titan.
A blonde Beast Titan.
That's
Super
horrifying.
Saiyan. It'd be great. Sesame, pledge your hearts.
And then his
So this
is a Beast Titan, so it actually kind of slap his hand because they don't really have like apes don't really have great motor controls except
And then you know what would have happened? He would have been a blonde Beast Titan, but then on his back would have been a green set of wings of freedom as
Little-
just discoloration in his fur.
Oh, you mean like painted in or something? Oh, gotcha.
No, it just would have been natural. It's like Fifth Element, you know.
Oh my
her,
God.
her hair's orange and green.
Right.
Yeah.
She calls Peak Pock, which is wonderful. Wonderful.
Yep.
It's again something to show that these people have spent actually a lot of time together.
Mm-hmm.
And he's like, yeah, quit calling me that. And she ignores him, goes straight to Reiner and goes, "You all right?"
Asking the real questions. Oh no, he says are you all right? Yeah.
She asks. Yeah,
He asked that
her
because he's like, you got a crutch, and she's like, oh, don't worry, at least my crutch is a physical one.
Oh,
You
yeah.
know, then I can deal
Mine's
with it.
one I'll recover from.
Right.
Yours,
No.
Yeah, we need to give you a crutch, if anything.
Are you all right? What can I say? I'm more comfortable on my knees. I'm sorry.
The kind of forgot the whole bipedal thing is just a great little line to basically remind us that, yes, they're people. They're human beings. But Jesus Christ, Jacob.
I'm sorry. I'm not. Oh.
There needs to be like the whole rap battle thing has like become much bigger of a thing with like YouTube and stuff. So like YouTubers are like getting into diss battles with each other just to farm, views and stuff and things like that. Someone needs to do like an Attack on Titan equivalent where like once we've like finished everything, they have like each of the Titan shifters basically battle rap in a free for all. And it's just a thing where then someone can actually use that joke.
Yeah.
Finally.
No, then Aaron's like, he points across the ocean. If we beat all those, people in a rap battle, can we finally be free? Oh, man.
I actually was going to mention it in the actual episode discussion, but I just forgot to.
What?
Was just the fact that Peak is like, there's not even the most remotely like fan servicey thing about her character's like design.
Because
or
they
what have you.
removed the ass shot.
Really?
No.
Oh, okay. I thought you were serious.
Well, I mean, from the manga, because she was. I told you how she was originally like they showed her like crawling around on all fours.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Leonie Emirita, Enir Maita, thank you so much for the tier 1 sub.
Yes, thank you.
Appreciate it. But yeah.
If we freestyle on them all, would we finally be free?
Oh my god. But just to bring the point home here with regards to Peak's like just kind of let me get this where she's actually looking straight at the
camera
screen here. Yeah. Look at this sweetheart. This is someone who just looks like they've gone through way too much.
Yep.
I don't know like how much time she has left, but it doesn't look like it's that much, to be honest. It looks like she's in the latter half,
Can she tell, and does she care?
Yeah. Just
like
oof. She looks like she could be like, like 19 or like 33, for all I know. I have no way of telling here.
Yep.
It's just that she just looks like she cares still. And yet she's just like she doesn't have a veneer.
Hanging by a thread.
Right. Whereas Gallard kind of has a veneer that he has everything together, it seems.
Okay.
Probably because, well, he's at least only maybe
Yeah, he's early on in stages because it would have been he's probably 4 years into his Titan.
like probably exactly 4 years. Yeah.
Yeah.
For her, it's who knows.
Yep.
Who knows?
Yep.
Yeah. Kind of reminds you of early Levi's mom. Oh yeah, I can kind of see that. Yeah. Maybe. I would say not really as much, but it's just more the hair. It's just that the a lot of the characters in the show just end up having the black, shoulder length hair kind of thing and stuff. But oof.
Yeah. And
That's-
we're only halfway through the episode.
Yep. This episode was dang.
A doozy. Oh no, sorry. We're a third of the way through the episode.
Right. So she told, Reiner to go check on the kids and stuff. And, in this scene here, we got some really cool animation decisions here. So I believe this was rotoscoped. but they also chose to show like actual like just people in
Yep.
the city and stuff, just doing stuff.
People that weren't Eldians just hanging out and having a great time, going on dates, and yeah, it's wonderful, right?
Yep. This
Yep.
is a perfect shot for it here.
Mm-hmm.
But then the question comes up.
Right.
So, everything's moving this direction. This is the general news, the
Yep.
vibe of the world and stuff.
But if we
what-
kill everyone over there, will we finally be free?
What will happen to the warrior unit and us Eldians?
Mm-hmm.
I love their 4 actual, like, different but similar, like, singular
Yeah.
raising the bar kind of things here.
Oh, gotcha.
So Udo is the restless one.
Right.
Udo is like
He's angry.
He's
Yeah.
like he
Rage
channels-
against the dying
he
of the light.
channels Aaron's like ADD. Like Aaron's like, I need to just I need to move. I need to keep moving and stuff like that. I need to keep talking. I need to go through this
Need
stuff.
to keep doing stuff and
Yeah, kind of that younger, youthful energy and stuff. He's picking up a rock and stuff. It's that that textile like he's got to hold something and like
Oh.
But then you see Sophia there. She looks just like
Yep. I
hurt.
shut down. I become cold, and that's how I deal with this.
right. In some ways, she's probably enjoying the fact that she's getting probably some privileges as a warrior candidate.
Yeah. Yeah. She's
but
probably
it's also
established.
the realization that she's not probably going to get the armored titan.
Right. She's probably the most at peace with her situation out of any of them
Yeah.
from what we see here. And then Falco's just sort of like I don't know. He's there's that bit of concern, but
Well,
slumped
he's also-
shoulders and
He's also got furrowed
brows.
Furrowed
Yeah.
brows.
Mm-hmm.
It's that little bit of something. Also, wanted to bring up something else here. Look at all their uniforms. Someone has theirs open.
Open.
Falco.
Oh.
Falco's uniform is not
yeah.
up to snuff.
Opens up the collar. Let himself breathe a bit.
right. He wants to be a little more
Free.
Free.
Yeah.
Huh?
Well, and also we
Huh?
see Gabby there, and she is downcast.
Yeah, Gabby doesn't look too great, huh?
Like, what's up with that? Is the positivity that we always see just a veneer, or what's the situation? She's clearly very much worried, and she cheers up when Reiner shows up.
yeah, and I think what it might be is just the stuff that Udo's talking about is just scary, depressing. Like
Oh,
just
yeah.
the idea that like, wait, the thing I've been building up my life to might be taken away from me. What will be my reason for having all this energy?
She
energy
cares
stuff.
Right, she cares the most about the warrior program and has the most to lose because she's been doing the best. So naturally, her response would be the strongest.
Yeah.
Also, yeah, someone pointed out something that I noticed it during the episode. I didn't end up bringing it up, but yeah, when Peek goes and greets her father when she gets back, and before he can even respond, he like goes into a coughing fit. She's like, I'm home, and goes to embrace him, and almost immediately it's just like, nope, coughing fit. So it's like, even though they have their limited time span and everything, yeah, that what's happening, what's happening back home,
Yeah,
it's
that's
not
a
like
good point.
like even if they make their family have better situations, it's not like it's much better.
True. Yeah.
Oh right, and yeah, no, this was off of Jad the Mad with the 100 bits. Yeah, that's what I got it from. But,
Oh.
Mhm.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Thanks, Chad the Man, for the 100 bits. Yeah, appreciate it. Yeah.
Mhm.
So then we have Sophia's little comment about pissing in the sea and stuff, which is hilarious and stuff. But then they see the enemy soldiers that survived the Pure Titan attack.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah.
Oh yeah, they're just gonna.
And there's so much animation on the body language of Udo. He's like, once they get home, they'll talk about how inhumane Titan warfare is.
Yep.
Just make things even worse for us Eldians. Like he's so
Yeah.
animated here and frustrated about the like.
And it makes sense.
What?
It makes
Like,
sense.
This is
Like,
all just gonna make it even worse.
Right.
And then we're gonna have to deal with that.
Marley is the best we've got because at least they give us some privileges and rights.
Or-
but in other places they'd probably just kill us on the spot.
Well, that's the thing. They haven't exterminated us yet.
Right.
Whereas because of all the things that we're being forced to do,
The other places probably.
the other
would.
places would exterminate us probably anyway.
Yeah.
People of the world, let us kill the subjects of Ymir. Yeah, and just the look on the kids' faces while they're doing that, just like, oh, here he goes again. Off
And
on
then
one
he
of his
starts
rants.
kicking the post.
Yep.
And then Reiner with the chiseled jawline and everything. So sexy.
I
But
gotta say,
so troubled.
Yeah, this is one of the things that I thought as a line felt kind of funny. Don't beat up the city.
Mm-hmm.
Eventually, you're gonna have one of you is gonna have Titan powers.
Yeah.
Don't just go and randomly kick shit because eventually you'll be able to kick all the shit and
Right.
you won't be able to have like the
Uh-huh.
the protections from your own strength basically in play.
Also, I do want to point something out that just looks really weird to me on rewatch. In this image here, look at Reiner's left hand. Now, doesn't
Okay.
that seem a bit off? Small and
Yeah.
a much longer arm and everything than you would expect given the whole rest of his
hands
frame.
are weird, yes.
Yeah, yeah, but
Yeah.
it's just one of those things that I noticed. It doesn't look
Yeah,
funny.
yeah. And there are little moments like that where the art can be a little bit janky when you catch things mid-frame.
Yeah.
But it's not that big of a deal.
Yeah.
Like that's a really small thing just in general. But just Gabby's way she just lights up when she sees Reiner.
Suddenly, everything's daijoubu. Yeah.
Why? Watashi ga kita.
Oh, yes, his left hand is smaller and weaker. Ah, yes.
Oh, okay. I have to know how intentional this was.
What?
But if we go frame by frame, actually, she starts off happy here.
Mm-hmm.
I want to actually just show this. See if I can show it there. So I'm actually just going to show it in motion since there's no sound. It should be fine. So we're like, don't beat up the city.
Mm-hmm.
She sees him, has shock, goes to smile,
Uh-huh.
keeps going here,
Mm-hmm.
gets up, then this face. Animators have to go and do every
Oh.
single frame drawn
Oh,
here.
I like it. I like it.
Guys, this is the kind of thing that we're only going to catch by doing like a deep dive like
Sure.
this.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
But she knows. This is something that I think is important to bring up. Reiner is like the big brother that maybe, she knows
that
is,
she's gonna eat one
well,
day.
well, because they're like cousins or something, right?
Yeah, they are cousins.
There's this idea that
My bad for forgetting all the familial.
right. I
connections.
think they're cousins based on the way they had the dinner scene go up. But basically, she has this like, hey, like you're my big brother, like big brother Reiner, just like, there's.
There's so much I want to say, and I want you to say of like everything's gonna be all
right.
right.
She's so happy, but it's that thing of where when you're so happy, you see someone that has experienced more than what you have, but will relate to that experience in a way that probably even your peers won't be able to.
Okay.
Because they're figuring it out probably as well.
Uh-huh.
I don't know. I just thought that this was something really just sweet to bring up here.
Well, and I think it could also be because of the hits that he took. I think in the battle, he just came out of the hospital bed.
Right.
So it's also one of those things of like, all right, you're better. You're okay.
But like,
Yeah.
just you're okay to walk here. There's just this.
No,
like,
he's not, but he's doing it anyway.
Yeah, he's here for you guys.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
It's just you get so much just sympathy at the very least for these
Oh, yeah.
characters just
Oh,
with
yeah.
these scenes, and it
Uh-huh.
feels so
Uh-huh.
natural. Like
Yep.
I love it. I love it. It's so good. Yeah. Okay. Anyway.
Mm-hmm.
And then looking at them all, are you guys all right?
Head
and then
pats.
Head pats.
Head
from
pats
Reiner.
to make everything better.
Isn't
like-
this why we just love anime, y'all?
Yep.
We have just cute little moments like this. Oh, look at
Yeah.
these little child
Yeah.
soldiers.
Mm-hmm.
Little murderers. Yeah.
Little war criminal.
little war criminal. Oh.
Yeah.
You get head pats.
Mm-hmm.
Oh. Lovely.
Yep.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And someone's staying out of this little quartet or this trifecta. Also, I love the way they kind of respond to this. They all like it. Udo here.
He's smiling
We've
slightly.
never really seen smile.
And yeah, we haven't really seen much positive emotion at all from Udo.
But he has like the shades over his
Looking
over his
looking down into
eyelids.
the side with a bit of a smile.
Embarrassment,
I
but just like,
guess. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yep.
Yeah. And then we have Sophia here. Same old.
Yeah.
I love the way that she's smiling. She's kind of
Right.
like a
But I am the Ice Queen. I never change.
right, exactly.
Mhm.
And just oh,
Yep.
this hurts, man. This hurts. These are kids. These are
Competing
kids.
to eat him.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And then, God, like, I just gotta
he
simp.
looks-
I gotta simp for this guy again.
Yeah.
Look at this man.
Like he's
Look at this man.
like he's
Oh.
I want
my
Reiner to
God.
like be a dad. Like
Right?
you know, and to just have I know he doesn't even have much time left probably, but like to have that chance at the normal life of just like wouldn't that be great? It's not going to happen, but wouldn't it be great?
Look at this man.
Like yeah.
you can just see the fact that he is putting on so much just to do this.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
This is after all the, PTSD dream and everything.
Yeah.
Yep.
But he's just filled out. He's just yeah.
So,
he
Dad,
survived.
what did you do growing up? Oh my God. My first job, son, was
Yeah, he looks way older than 21. I agree.
Oh, yeah.
He
Uh-huh.
looks
Definitely.
like he looks like maybe 30. I would
well,
say.
I'm 25 and you're Caleb 29. So
Yeah, well, I
you know.
don't look 29.
Well, yeah, right. But it's like, oh
I
yes,
have the opposite
and then,
of the Titan effect,
right.
basically.
But then we have this Chad here.
But to be fair, if he didn't have
21.
the facial hair, it would age him down about
yes,
4 years in terms of look.
that is
So
generally how it goes. Yeah.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. But Falco. And oh wait,
Just-
hold on. We almost had a wild Gabby interrupt the little thing here.
Yeah.
Like
Mm-hmm.
this is like the kid that understands like what's going on here too much and is basically lost his ability to immerse himself in the emotion of the moment.
Oh my God.
Like just think about it. Yeah.
Shit.
What?
Someone just pointed something out. So Zaldrix, yeah, Reiner Historia, married on a farm with 4 kids.
Oh.
Reiner always said, "I want to marry her."
Yeah.
He wanted to have a regular life where he didn't deal with any of this shit.
Oh.
But yeah, I've seen people at 45 look younger than Reiner. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. Oh. God.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And
then
a wild-
Gabby,
a wild Gabby.
going back to Liberio. Yay!
Which, okay, that's also another funny, unsubtle little name choice there
Oh, the fact that they're from the land of the
of liberty,
of,
basically.
yeah.
We get to experience a little bit of freedom.
Our home is well, yeah, I mean, okay. To be fair, Marley is kind of particular with their naming conventions. We've got Paradis, and then we've got Liberio. Now, Liberio, seems to be also more important than just being a place where they have the warrior candidates and stuff.
Right.
But
right.
all right, yeah, we're gonna have this place where you're kept in a box,
Yeah,
right?
and we're gonna call it liberty.
We're gonna
basically.
we're gonna keep your family in a box here while you go out to kill for us. We're gonna call it Liberty. It's great.
It's the place where you can be free.
It's awesome.
Yeah. Just snort the whole line of bullshit. Oh yeah.
Yep.
Oh yeah, you should be happy. You should be excited. You're getting to have this. Wow. Oh my God. Mom, I'd like some freedom. We already have freedom at home. Freedom at home. you know.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
Jesus Christ. But then let's walk around till then. And just the way.
Let's cherish this moment before I eat you, or we all die, or we just
war kicks up again. You know?
Yeah, or we just remember the crushing despair of our situation.
But yeah, let's walk around till then. And look how, like, Reiner just kind of looks like, okay. Yeah, if that's what you need, yeah.
Yep.
Totally.
Yep.
Oh, some translations read it as Rebellio.
I think that
Liberio in Latin is a boy's name meaning free. Yeah. Yeah, it feels like it would be Latin.
I think that might just be the whole like L's and R's thing in Japanese, though.
Ugh. All right, but yeah, that's this whole thing, and then this is gonna lead into the the trauma back.
Mm-hmm. Shouldn't Mr.
Flashback
Bond be
thing.
resting? Yeah.
Yeah.
And then he goes over, I'm all right, don't worry, and he head pats him too. And the way Falco looks sad, like, because he's actually like thinking about this whole situation that they're in.
He's like, don't touch me. I don't want to have to.
Yeah, we're competing to eat you.
He's like, I don't have to get close to you and then have to eat you and.
Yeah, or be mad at Gabby when she eats you.
Yeah,
Like,
exactly.
Yeah,
Uh.
Yeah, Rivai, exactly. That, yeah.
Jesus. But yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Sorry guys, I'm trying to pick up the pace so we can get through the episode.
Yeah, no, we're just gonna be doing this stream all the way through to tomorrow. No, it's
Yeah.
But then we get the
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And it's not a place that kids, but I just saw him walking that way, and then
Uh-huh.
I gotta show it in the version where it flips. This right here, because it's like
Mm-hmm.
they look like just a bunch of regular kids, right?
Yep, more or less, yeah.
More or less,
Mhm.
you know, they're different personalities on display. You know, it's just like yeah, all right, figuring it out. Gabby has a goofy face on. Sophie just like I'm just like, we can goo it. It'll be fine, guys. Stop messing around with it. Udo's just kind of like, I'm just worried, like, I'm a little paranoid, that's my character thing and stuff, and, Falco's like, no, I'm going, like, yeah, I'm gonna be involved in this. And then,
And we get the
shadow.
the shadow
goes across.
closes over them, and
Oh, jeez. And
visual storytelling.
I love the fact that you brought this up actually in the reaction discussion stuff, and I'm glad that you caught it here, because we didn't spend a lot of time with Marcel, like ever really.
Nope.
Just nothing.
Mm-hmm.
So when I saw these four here, my brain didn't even look closely at the faces, because I was instantly just hit with the feels of what Reiner was experiencing, that I assumed one of these had to be Reiner.
Oh, gotcha.
So then you were like, no. See, it's Galliard on the left, Bertolt there, and then Marcel, and then Annie.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
But like,
Yeah.
oh my god, this scene just like,
Uh-huh.
like crushes you. Like, even if you don't care about Reiner, like, even if you're like, I hate that guy, like, look at what he did to like everyone back in Paradise. Like, this is screwed up. It's just happening all over again to a whole new set of young, hopeful-looking faces. Like, look at them. Look at them. You can still see the fact that there's like hope in Bertolt's eyes there.
Oh yeah.
Bertolt isn't a masked murderer at this point.
And even though Annie is still like stoic face and everything, it's like she's younger there. Like she's fairly chill, it seems.
Yeah, she probably got to see her father recently,
Yep.
relatively.
Yep. Yeah.
God. Ugh. All right. But yeah. Reiner. Man. And then
wait.
Yeah.
The same thing
The
that he
same
said when he
thing.
woke up from
When he
the
woke
dream.
up in the dream,
and
which was the setup for this
Yep.
whole sequence of scenes, basically, was him freaking out, reaching out, same hand. I believe it was the left hand. Yeah, it was the left hand that time as well. Wait.
So, yeah. Now,
Oh my God.
Now, here's something I want to point out that is, I feel like it's blatantly obvious, right? But so if I'm not really bringing anything else to the table, bear with me, but I think it's still worth bringing focus to.
Okay. Go for it.
It shows Reiner here as a kid.
Yes.
In this scene. Now, when you think about it, it's like, well, of course, why not? That's a great emotional punch. Why wouldn't they do that?
Right.
But they could have had it then cut to Reiner being like, wait, grown up Reiner. And then it's oh, no, that's okay.
Right.
But no. Even though we know that Reiner did actually call out and say, wait, right? Because, then Gabby and everyone looks back and I'm like, what's going on?
Yeah. Yeah.
He's still that little kid.
Yeah. Because there's the ways you think about it of how it's him basically experiencing the present, but it could also be him remembering or recollecting something from the past.
Sure.
Either way works really well.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah. Mordred, to Caleb's point, much easier about wondering if the warriors had nightmares inside this military camp in Paradise. Just remember, Bertolt used to wake up in a messed up position every day. It was a joke back in season 1. Now we know it was just the kid having horrible nightmares every night.
Oh
Jesus.
my God. I never thought about that.
A+ analysis and
Yeah,
insight.
what great. Thank you for pointing that out.
That, I'm forever going to see that way now.
Uh-huh. Yeah. And they were using them to try and predict the weather because
Oh my God.
because they were just like, this is so, you always wake up in these crazy, positions. Wow.
Oh my God. That is
Wow.
amazing. That is incredible. And then they turn and look back.
Huh?
Huh?
Yep.
And then the light comes back on them.
Yeah, the ship
And it's
passes
him
by and it's just, oh.
I love how they decided to do this with the light coming off, like the shadows going off their faces. The light comes across as the ship moves, giving them, basically the sun to go through there as it's setting.
Mm-hmm.
And his hesitation of like, oh, right, okay, but God, that is just amazing stuff.
Uh-huh.
Amazing stuff.
Yep. Oh, did Hitch say that to Annie? You look scary while sleeping? I think she might have.
Yeah. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
You're right. She did say that. God, there's so many little things like that. You just notice more and more as you rewatch Attack on Titan.
Mm-hmm.
You kids are too young for that store. Aww.
And Peak sees this.
Yeah. Yeah.
Mhm. Yep.
Peak will remember this.
Right. Oh, Reiner totally needs a hug or a few in therapy.
All right. Then we have in the train, which I very much could be wrong about this, but every time I rewatch the scene, the
Nope,
more and more I'm like,
that's
nope,
a cargo
this
compartment.
is a cargo compartment of the train. Yep.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Yeah.
Cattle.
Uh-huh.
Cattle, y'all.
Yep.
This is not just a thing of where it's like, oh, no. You guys are actually soldiers, so we're going to treat you decently. No.
Yeah. There's a part of me that wonders too, like, because like Peak and Zeke, they're up in the other compartment, right? Which kind of makes sense because they're warriors. But Reiner's back here. Now, is he back here because he just feels more comfortable back here? Is he here to watch over them? They need to have one, more like higher up, kind of just make sure they don't do anything too crazy. Or is it because he's like lost favor with his superiors?
Yeah.
Who knows? But
Yeah. And then we get probably one of the freakier kind of moments here of what would happen if a Titan shifter, well, in Canada, I guess is not really yet one, but just the idea of getting drunk.
oh,
Like, would you give the Beast Titan to someone like this? I don't know.
you gotta unwind every once in a while.
A little bit.
But
But
yeah,
there's kind of this
but-
awkward thing here with the rest of the kids where they're like,
right. He always gets kind of crazy, when he's drunk apparently. And there's the whole thing of you could have potentially said something very dangerous.
yeah, that was one of the things that
with
I
your
was
superiors
thinking of.
literally in the
and
like
they can
car
hear,
ahead of
they
you.
can hear this
Yeah,
basically.
yeah. Uh-huh.
But like, to me it's a couple things. One, he's drunk way past his limit, so he's
Yep.
gonna pass out pretty soon. But you can see Gabby is not enjoying this. He's got his hand on her shoulder, which is I don't know. It's just a little bit. It's just a little bit.
He's
imposing.
he's telling everybody how she's the hero and whatnot.
Right.
Yeah.
And I get that. But you'd think with her being praised in that regard,
She would feel a bit more positive about it.
yeah, but the way I guess this is being handled, it's a little bit awkward. And then Udo and Sophia are telling
Right.
with their faces how they feel about this.
Right, because this is very clearly something that Colt is doing to cope.
Yeah.
It's not actually something that he's doing because he feels genuinely happy for Gabby. Right? He's basically wanting he's wanting to make sure that everyone else knows, you realize that she just put her life on the line for all of you, right?
Yep.
Because we are in a situation where all 800 of you were about to be thrown away for basically no reason. And it's only because of her that you're all still here.
Yeah, exactly. And yes, they are celebrating, guys. That's not lost on me.
Yeah.
And then Magath's, the one's like, let them have it,
Yeah.
just in general. And then it ends up being a very wholesome but silly just encounter
On his
because
shoulders, just
she's chanting me, which is
Right.
which is just hilarious.
Yeah.
I love the idea that everyone else is chanting Gabby and amidst the noise and cats here, me.
Right. She's so excitable. She's like, yes, I'm awesome. Yeah. Just drunk on the moment, basically.
Right, exactly. But I mean, Sophia and Udo not happy again. Look at them. I mean, they're not joining in the celebrating. I just always found that to be like a wonder of
Right,
how
because
deep
it's
does
the
this competitive aspect part go?
Well, and hold on, Gabby. If something happens because all these guys are drunk, that causes trouble with the superiors, if you're,
Yeah, you get in
like,
trouble.
if you could get in trouble too. Yeah,
exactly. But yeah, I think Magath is very interesting. On the one hand, he's very racist towards the Eldians and complicit in all the awful shit Marley has done. On the other hand, he genuinely seems to care about the warrior and warrior candidates to some degree. He stops that guy from interrupting the Elizabeth celebrations, and he stayed at the gate long enough to see the warriors reunite with their families. Yeah, that's true. That's good points and stuff. And then Reiner and Falco having a conversation here.
yeah.
But yeah, I think I was right in my assumptions with regards to Colt a little bit here because of his brother, who knows him rather well, and I appreciate that you guys passed that along to us before we recorded the next reaction. That in the original subtitles,
They say
that they're brothers, but they shouldn't let my brother drink. I'm like, oh, probably not just because he's a soldier thing, but probably because should I not look at over there?
No, it's fine. Just
okay, cool. But yeah, he would know him quite well in that regard, and that's its own thing. Yeah. All right.
But then,
yeah, Gabby gets carried away too easily. It still looks like she's gonna be the one who inherits it, and yeah, the girl who adores you will inherit your Titan, and will live till she's 27. If cannons don't shred her first, that is. And this is the part where
literally on the other side of this door is all their superiors.
Right. Are you fine with that? Oh my God!
He immediately puts his hand on the door.
The way Reiner basically went from like just like
this
casual
shot.
conversation to kid.
Yeah.
Did you just say that?
Yep. Yep.
Just the fact that that's something that snapped into place so quickly, it's so disturbing because it's either something where he's like, I am looking out for you, kid.
Right.
Like this was a more conscious of a decision, but it was snapped because he's scared for the kid.
Right.
Or like some people in chat are saying, it's actually a little bit more of just the brainwashing coming through, where when anyone does something like this, it's not just the kid's safety and survival he's thinking about, it's anyone that hears it.
Yeah.
Because if anyone that hears this doesn't basically call it out,
right,
then they're complicit. Yeah, basically. So he's like, no. I'm going to scare the shit out of this kid.
Right.
I'm going to literally make him piss himself here with terror.
Right.
And then make him do his little pledge thing here in the next bit. That is, that is terrifying. But either way, just the speed at which
the scene completely
changes, and
we see
human beings are scarier than Titans ever were.
Yep.
Human beings.
Oh yeah.
With no godlike powers or anything like that are more terrifying than any lumbering massive 15-meter Titan could ever be.
Yep.
Look at this. This kid not only has his brother Colt here with him, but he has a family.
Yeah. And yeah, I love how this both does the world building aspect of, oh, okay, that's how how bad it is with the Warriors, which then supports even more the whole thing of the officers listening in later, both
Right.
with why they're listening in, but also why knowing about them listening is something that the Warriors would very much be invested in, being aware of, because apparently this kind of stuff can happen.
Yeah.
But then also on top of that, yeah, we have this little kid who is getting scared shitless.
Like, wait, let me phrase what I said. He's
Uh-huh.
just like, please, 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 please.
Yep. Yep.
And like, he goes into this there,
Yeah.
and this just freaks me out. Like, this just actually freaks me out. Falco Grisha? It's kind
Yeah.
of funny. It's close to Grisha, you know?
Yeah. Grisha.
Grisha?
Yeah. I'm not entirely positive that's pronunciation, but also that
Want
last
to be
name.
freed from the evil blood of Ymir and my ancestors. Yeah.
But but Falco's last name, that's the same last name as one of the people that was in Grisha's backstory in the resistance movement. So like,
wait, really?
yeah. Yeah.
Which one?
I can't remember. It was I can't remember. It was one of them though.
Grice. Oh, it's Grice. Okay.
Grice. Okay.
It is
Yeah.
just Grice. That just
Yeah.
okay.
Mhm.
I guess. Yeah. I guess that's fine. But
The one who was
okay.
yelling at Grisha on the wall.
The one who was yelling at
Gotcha.
Grisha on the wall.
Yeah.
Oh, the one who was like upset at his son.
Mm-hmm.
He's
Or
like your son like turned us in or something like that, or
I think so. The guy who got kicked off without being turned. Right. And then it was the bait for the
oh,
for
and
the
then
others.
they all
Yeah.
ran after
Mhm.
the
Yep.
blonde one.
Mm-hmm.
Holy crap!
Yep.
So
Mm-hmm.
yeah, he's definitely. Oh my god! Wow. Then he's. Oh yeah. Then this kid is probably connected in some way to the underground.
Oh,
I'll bet you. I'll bet you. If anything, if there is any kind of underground movement left,
okay.
they would try to reach out to this kid.
I think it's more of showcasing that he has particular reason for why he is so aware of, like, no, we're not in a good situation here.
No, I'm with you. I'm with you.
Uh-huh.
But meaning that if he has any element of freedom ever, I'm sure that he's probably looking then for them. Like, if there's anyone else out there that he can be like, hey, is there anyone else out there like who's not bought into all this shit?
I don't know, man.
Yeah.
He's got a pretty small world right now.
Yeah, exactly. But imagine like whether he's actually able to talk about this with his brother too.
Oh yeah, probably not.
Probably not.
I mean, because there's the whole thing of they're probably getting listened in on all the time.
Yeah, this bit here felt like the fact that he's staring directly at us, felt
And
a
also-
lot like the gross scene.
Oh, sure. I thought you were gonna say like he's also staring at himself, like he's like this is something, like the fact that he's staring at the camera makes me think that like this is what happens when he also looks in the mirror.
Sure.
But yeah.
But oh my god, it's crazy. Yeah, stream has been going for 2 hours, y'all.
Yes.
Yeah, and he finishes his pledge there. Do you want to inherit the armored? And he kind of looks over at
Gabby.
Gabby.
Yeah, and
He's like, the one who should inherit it is me.
and now we see him with determination and drive. Yeah.
He's like, you have to rescue Gabby from the dark future that awaits us. Which is like
God.
saying,
Oh
I'm
my God.
kind of, someone that you can rely on a little
Right.
bit.
Uh-huh.
Because, the future of being a person that will die in, 13 years?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
That's pretty dark. But that's also kind of seditious or subversive against Marley by saying that what that is a dark future compared to the
Right.
honor of
Yeah,
inheriting the
exactly.
Titans and
Exactly.
stuff,
Right. So it's this subtle thing of like, hey, you can't talk like that. But hey, if you really wanna help, you become the armored titan. That way Gabby doesn't have to.
yeah, that's that's a thing. also,
Yeah,
freaking
that
Gabby
high flying kick, like
is
straight out of the
basically
train.
like Genki Aaron in this case, just all just
Wait,
exuberant energy and stuff.
Genki Aaron. That seems like an
No,
an oxymoron.
No, Aaron was angry Genki, you know, kind of thing in that regard. But we never really saw Aaron go like this.
Oh, definitely not.
Wild. you
Oh
know?
no, yeah, yeah.
But yeah. True. Falco does ponder the question: can he trust Reiner? That is true.
Right.
Yeah. But let's actually move things a little bit of along here, so we don't end up. And Gabby calling out, we're home.
And then just, can you please tone it down?
yeah. Gallard carrying Colt here. Can't
Yeah.
hold your booze. Who's the one who gave him the drinks? He looked like he wanted
Peak.
some.
Yeah.
Yeah. I love Zeke coming in and being like, unbelievable. How dare you spew Peak's kindness all over the train?
Right. Yeah.
Which is just Zeke kind of being like, hey. Peak was being nice by giving you that alcohol, you know?
Right.
Like,
Don't
don't vomit it all back out. Like,
right.
you should
Keep
appreciate
that shit down.
Yeah, exactly. It just makes us feel like another awkward kind of family thing here. And Gallard kind of looking at Gabby with fondness and stuff. Head pats, as well. Just like, I heard they kept hoisting you up. Just like,
Yep.
Good
job, kid.
Yeah, exactly. Right. Oh, yeah. And then the mirrored other kind of, a form of encouragement and from the wholesome side of things from Peak here with not the head pat, but the shoulder, like, not full hug, but the hand hug,
Right,
like
the sort of the comforting approval sort of,
He deserved a bit of fun, which he did was impressive.
Yep.
Yeah. Was there something you wanted to say just now?
Well, some people had asked before what I thought about Peak's voice, given manga experience to here.
Oh,
so
sure, we can check it out.
Yeah, I wanna just listen to it a little bit.
Yeah. Sorry, guys, we're gonna have to take the screen off here, just because we want our Twitch to be perfectly safe. Yeah.
Oh yeah. That's right.
And who does her voice?
I don't know, but because she had a very iconic look in the manga, So the idea that like, oh, what will she sound like when she actually gets, voiced?
Yeah.
Yeah, that is not what I would have expected. I would have expected something a little bit harsher almost. But
okay.
Yeah, but it's a cool style for it. Feels kind of tired.
Yeah. God, then this is.
Oh yeah, definitely cuter than I thought. Yeah. Kohaku from Dr. Stone. Oh my god. Really?
Nice.
Yeah, I thought she'd have a lower voice too. Yeah.
Hey guys, this is the reality of the situation.
Uh-huh.
Yep. Well. Yeah.
Commentary.
Just
Ain't it lovely?
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
History and all that good stuff.
Yep.
Yeah. Just wanted to show this as like.
Yeah. Just because that is a thing.
Yeah.
Their little banter.
Little bits of banter here.
Yep. Everyone's so happy to see their family because of course they are.
Everyone has a family, guys. Even if they don't have a family currently, they had a family. Or they have people that they need to rely on so that they can survive, even if they're not literal blood family and stuff. But okay, this was the part that you guys wanted to mention. The idea of, oh, geez.
Yep.
Oh, God, you're right. Right here.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. It's just a better life, but what kind of a life is it still? Nope. Yeah. And the way you see, like, because Peak, as a character, rarely shows very much emotion on her face, right? Very much has that kind of dead inside.
Super concerned.
Look at that concern, because of course it's her dad, but like, it's like, oh man, and no mom here to greet her as well. So dad's probably all she has left. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, soldiers coming back from battle. So familiar. It's like we've seen it before.
Mosesu.
Oh boy. And Magath sees this. He's
Magath.
watching it. He's like, he knows this.
Yeah. Oh, and then Zeke's grandparents here.
Yep.
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Yep. Yep. Uh-huh.
And then this bit here. Just gonna quickly bring this up.
Oh, okay.
This is another thing, dude. It's another thing.
All right.
He's hugging his grandma. And then the grandpa says, "You achieved great things, Zeke."
No, not yet.
Wonder Boy. You've done nothing great yet? Yet?
Wait, hold on. Wait, isn't there a song like Wonder Boy?
Yeah.
What is the secret of your power?
You're killing me, man. No. Don't bring that here. That's just
Mm-hmm.
Oh no, I'm watching you. I'm watching you, Zeke. So
Mm-hmm.
Gabby's seeing mom and dad.
Yep, big hug
So
for each
happy.
of them.
And
yeah.
this is the part that I just kind of
God,
had this moment of like
ugh.
Reiner basically kind of like
this
I'm
this
being a
tears
good
me up every
I'm being a
time.
good family member, and I like passed her on and stuff, got her to where she needed to go, and it's like being rather respectful and stuff. But then the face he makes
Uh-huh.
when
Yep. Uh-huh.
yeah
That's a face of worry.
yeah
That's the what am I going to see?
the new battle the
The
battlefield I left, basically, or the
right.
yeah
Will will she look at me the way I look at myself in the mirror every day?
yeah and then this is the way they look at him,
Yep. They're smiling, they're proud.
and
And that probably makes it even worse for him because then he's like, why are you proud of me? I don't deserve
Yeah.
it. I've done horrible things. Why are you looking at me like I'm, something to be loved? Yeah.
it just hurts. The more and more stuff they do with Reiner, the more I'm like,
Oh,
ugh.
I love it. You must be tired. Come home and rest. Mom, I think I will.
Yeah.
He needs to rest. Our boy needs to rest.
Yeah, and then this
Yeah.
whole scene
Oh
as
my
well.
God.
Are they injured soldiers, Mr. Costello? Huh? Stay out of the way, brat,
Mhm,
Like,
mhm.
you care. They're Eldians with emotional trauma. like, oh my God. Just the idea that this
Yep.
is like a scene just to show
Mm-hmm.
that, yes, this is not something he does as an act. Falco genuinely cares.
Uh-huh.
And it's just
Oh, yeah.
him being like,
Oh, yeah.
oh,
Yep.
oh, damn. Like,
The the boom part.
Mhm.
What?
yeah.
I mean, we've seen characters in Attack on Titan be cruel, right? We've seen that. We've seen that. But damn.
Erica Walt redeemed emote only chat. Okay,
Oh.
mods, put it in for 2 minutes.
Yeah.
Emote only chat. And held into the emotional trauma. Even our guys? It's from digging trenches on the front lines too long.
Ah, yes, it's from digging the trenches. That's what it is.
That's what it is.
Yeah.
It's not the fact that they had a bunch of them
I'm
strapped with
sure.
bombs
I'm
and
sure.
stuff.
Yep.
Yeah, exactly.
Mhm.
And then they do a flash quick cut through it all.
Oh my God.
Like, just the fact that this whole thing happened,
Uh-huh.
just in general, that is
Yep.
just so screwed up.
Look, they fell over again.
Wow.
Again.
Meaning, like, they've done this before.
Yeah.
They've
This
done
is
this
a
before.
game.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. God.
And I love how this shows that Falco, he really cares a lot. Like it goes deep.
Yeah. Then this one here, the amputee here.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Like almost like accidentally
Almost
got in
nothing
huge,
left.
Well, right, but almost got in huge trouble essentially because apparently his his armband is on the wrong side.
Oh, uh-huh.
Which
Yeah.
is like,
yeah.
how do you mess that up?
See,
Sorry,
it's the
I've
only
had-
arm he can see because he only has one eye.
Well, yeah, but also just the fact that this is just how messed up
Yep.
and broken
Yep.
all of them are in general here. Your armband's on the wrong arm. It's okay. I'm sure you'll get better. You don't have to fight anymore. Like that line, just
Yep.
you don't have to fight anymore.
Oh my God.
Just the idea that that's basically like
Yep.
something he can't really promise. Like
But hopefully
Hopefully.
you don't have to.
hopefully.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's all going to get better from here. Maybe.
Yep.
And
And
then,
then cut to boom.
yeah.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Boom. Boom.
Boom! Wow.
so
Oh, this
exciting,
is
yeah.
great. Tell us more, Gabby. Yeah. And I love how she like. So with the part of when she's telling the story, right? And she removes the stuff about Falco going to save her.
Uh-huh.
Now, there's one side of me that's like, okay, maybe she's saying that because she wants to look better to her family, right?
True.
She didn't need to be saved
Possible.
by anybody, or or something like that.
Yeah.
But there's the other part of me that's like, is she actually saying that because she wants to shield them from the horrors of what happened, so she doesn't want to point out that basically she almost died and that someone else could have died to save her.
Right. It's like a plan. It blew the armored train right off the tracks, and they really went all in to kind of like give her animation to have some element of like full movement and stuff.
Yep.
And yeah, it's pretty impressive that they went this far to make this scene like
And
hit that much harder.
and I believe it feels like this is rotoscoped.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I love it. It worked so well.
Yeah, there's a lot of little things in the face that they do specifically there.
Uh-huh.
Galliard protected me with the Jaw Titan. Like, yeah. It's just Galliard, yeah.
Amazing, Gabby. Wow.
Oh, Sugoi, you know. You and your bravery saved a bunch of our soldiers. You're the savior of Eldia. And
Oh my
reinforcing the whole thing
God. Uh-huh.
of what she's been taught, essentially, by Marley.
Yep.
Oh.
We're so proud.
Reiner, do you think Gabby will become a warrior?
God, I hope not.
Yeah, it's almost a given she'll inherit the Armored Titan. You get this vibe that he's like, all right, yeah, that's the factual answer.
Mm-hmm.
And that's good to hear. To think our family would have two warriors, I'm so proud. And it's just like, oh, yeah, I mean, you guys know how this works, right?
Yep.
In some ways, I'm sure they've accepted it so much, like it's not weird to them, to the point where they're like, no, this is good. Reiner will live on in you. Like in some ways, like
yeah.
it's,
Uh-huh.
there's reincarnation as like a kind of a theme to it.
Right. Potential silver lining. Yeah.
And then mom starts to go off here. This is like that moment when you're at the holiday dinner table and one of your family members starts mentioning like politics in a way that starts to get a little bit like,
Oh,
wait,
sure.
What did you just say? And it's just like, well, I don't want to be here. All right. Lovely. Okay. But it's just the thing of where it's even worse because in this situation, everyone around the table is like, yeah. And you're just like, right. Yeah. Oh, God.
Yep. Basically.
Like, just the fact that, right?
And then-
but Reiner, even you barely escaped
Right.
from the
Yeah.
Island
Yeah.
Devils,
And
right?
this is basically the equivalent of politics is brought up, and then that one uncle is like, "So who'd you vote for?" Like, okay, enough talking about general stuff like this. All right, now let's talk about you specifically. Let me just put you on the spot here.
Oh, my God. Coming home from college for Thanksgiving in a nutshell.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Basically.
I love that Gabby too just kind of goes, well, don't ask him. He survived on that island of rotten devils for 5 years. Basically,
Yeah.
he's a legend.
Right.
Like
he's a hero. You know,
yeah,
like
and that's painful, probably traumatic stuff,
Right.
which is right. But she's probably thinking about it for other reasons, you know. Yeah. Yeah, you're right. Forgive me, nephew. And then we get the nice little bit of
yes,
thing here
right.
to clarify.
Totally
that,
missed that.
Yes, this is
Yeah.
their uncle and nephew here, which means that
Cousins.
Gabby and him are cousins.
Oh
It's a
yeah,
nice little thing
that's
there.
a great point. That's great point, Duty Dip. So Karina even wears her armband inside. Yeah.
Oh. Oh. I didn't notice that. I'll check in the next bit here. Oh, you're right.
No, I can't talk about it.
Yeah.
It's like I don't talk about anything classified, just regular stuff.
Right. I infiltrated their military. Every last one of them was a savage, heartless devil.
Yep.
And he goes on to describe specific ones.
Right.
Oh,
During
these
the
devils.
entrance ceremony, one of them started eating a potato. Oh yes, Reiner.
Such a devil.
Such a devil. That's absolute.
Yes.
Oh, and it wasn't even half of the potato that she offered to the instructor.
Right. The instructor yelled at them, but they hardly seemed to care.
Oh my god.
God, the fact that this starts zooming in on them as they're all frozen looking at him. So they stole it because it looked tasty. It almost seemed like the way that Reiner said "cuz," like "cuz it looked tasty," kind of like speaking in the way that she would,
Right, because he remembers that vividly.
Realizing they crossed the line, they said they'd share half with him. Yes, such a devil here. Yeah. And it just keeps zooming in. And it's one of those things where have you guys ever been in a situation where you realize that you have limitations in social situations and you're not really good at them?
Mm-hmm.
And then you say too much and
Oh.
everyone realizes that you're a socially awkward like weirdo.
Bumbling. Yeah.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
And there's no going back. Everyone knows and is staring at you like
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
kind of that meme face, the
Right.
you know,
Right.
like
Yep.
that kind of thing.
Yep.
But it's just like, yeah, the amount of just embarrassment I had secondhand from this, just on that element alone, was crazy. But then the other aspect in that they're terrified now for being around him, because what he's saying is starting to sound like he's.
And something I want to point out here. So the politics side of things, for instance, was brought up as like a reference point, right?
Right.
Because this is kind of a fairly similar comparison, right?
It is.
But
Yeah.
they are in a situation where, yes, there are people that will actively listen in to the
thought
things
police,
that they might say, thought police,
Yeah.
and they'll kill them if they think something bad.
Yeah. Totalitarian state.
Yep.
They're a subjugated race.
Here's the thing, though. That's not that weird compared to the things that human beings do regularly. It's just with extreme consequences.
True.
But that kind of stuff is things that people do all the time.
Yep.
If you say something that seems fundamentally different than the group, people will be like, hold up, you seem dangerous.
Yeah.
Right? Because you're different.
Yeah. Mob mentality.
Mob mentality. Yeah. And it might not be with something as, polarizing as Island Devils, for instance.
Yep.
But reality is stranger than fiction.
Yeah, like here's an example. Just the other day, I was remarking on the idea of events in our past being something akin to junctions, because if we look at some of the decisions that we make, it ends up basically setting up the foundation for other choices to be made later.
Sure.
And would we as human beings ever make those choices that were given foundation for that previous choice if that choice wasn't made? Bringing up, fatalism and just kind of the ideas of free will and, the environment influencing this kind of stuff. And I thought it was a pretty interesting thing to bring up, and two people kind of the group that I was talking with kind of resonated with it, and there was a little bit of back and forth that started to happen.
Mm-hmm.
Well, one of the people in the group just kind of started to feel not really as interested in the conversation and tried to just be like, so let's talk about this then. And it was this awkward moment where I realized, oh shoot, I didn't invite this person into the conversation, so they feel kind of out on the outside of the things there. But someone else immediately after that just kept talking to me in the conversation. It created this really weird air where people were talking through each other.
That's
And it was just like,
where it's like, okay, there's been a severing that's happened of you're not a part of this group anymore.
yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, it felt really weird all of a sudden, and
Yep.
things kind of changed up the pace and stuff in that regard after that. But then we have, Reiner, thinking back to very specific people and stuff.
And he's trying so hard to hold to the
Right.
brainwashing that he's been given.
It's so horrible.
so horrible, right?
But it's like his mom's probably panicking. Like, you could have just said they're devils. It was horrible.
Right,
Why
right.
are you going into so much detail here?
Yeah,
We're not stupid.
We
can
didn't even
tell.
want your opinion anyways, so why are you embellishing? Yeah.
Yeah, sincere jerk only thought about himself. An uptight oaf who only cared about what others thought. A single-minded fool who charged ahead, and the chumps who followed him.
He's just going through the list of all the people he knew and betrayed.
Yeah, they
There
were
were
the
all
sorts of.
there
were all sorts of people there.
And we were there too. Basically, he's saying right here is we're all people.
Yep. And then my days there were true hell, which is just the biggest lie of the whole thing, even though it was.
No, it was, but for different reasons.
But for different reasons.
Not because they were devils, but because they weren't. And he did it to them.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. Wow. Oh, man. God, I love you two so much. Watching Norm just try to understand the scene almost gave me a stroke. They were all like, fuck you, Reiner. How can you hate Sasha just for that? To be fair, we're a bit obsessed with Attack on Titan.
We are.
So we
that is
care
very
way too
true.
much about a lot of the little things. So that's probably why it's just a thing that's not, found on a lot of other people. But I just love the look that he looks up first at his mother. My days there were true hell. The shutters slam open.
And the mom is
mom's
terrified.
face.
She is
She's
terrified.
like, this is my boy.
Yeah.
I just got him back again.
Yep.
No. No. She's like, I have at least a few more years, right? Like, right? Like, that's got to be the thing that's so traumatic, is that the parents who have been around long enough that they know how to survive, right, amidst this culture, if their sons and daughters end up becoming warriors or what have you, they have that moment where they're like, yes, for the glory of yes, this was something that I'm okay with. But there's still this knowledge of, actually, that makes them really safe because they're going to get all this special treatment. And then, even though I know in 13 years they're going to die, at the very least, it was for something great,
Oh my God.
And yet, in scenes like this, it's like, why are you trying to throw all this away?
Because here what you realize is that it's not actually for the good of her children, right? It's for the good of herself. And the others around her, her family and everything.
It's never so simple.
Right. But basically,
it's never so simple.
That she is still essentially using, and hey, he's the armored Titan, so there you go. Using them as shields, essentially, to protect them from the suffering of...
Who's being used as a shield right now?
The warriors, the children that become warriors.
Okay.
That they're basically shields that they use to protect the family from the suffering of most other Eldians, right? Because they get that better life,
right?
And so here, it's not just that, like, the reason why she probably wears the armband, even inside, is to show to everyone else of, we have it good here. We can't mess this up. Here, Reiner's messing it up, right? Yeah. And all the complicated emotions that can come with that, of the, I, in a lot of ways probably pushed my child to do this, right? To, this is in jeopardy. I'm not actually safe anymore. I probably should, since security is kind of what's been most important, maybe I need to distance myself from my son. Oh my God, what do I do?
Yeah. I just want to put it out there that I don't think this is the, I don't want to lose my monthly stipend kind of face.
Oh no, definitely not. No, this is the, we could all be, butchered and turned into Titans.
Yes.
If anyone hears
that's
this.
It. This is the, not only am I and my son in jeopardy now, everyone at this table is now in danger because of him saying this. So if I don't take command of the situation right now, this could all go horribly, because she doesn't necessarily trust any of them. They're family,
sure.
but any one of them could just rat on him here.
Yep, someone could be listening from outside the window. But the thought never crosses her mind, from what we can see at the very least, which is granted a limited perspective of, oh, what does that mean for my son that apparently is in this state where he thinks these things?
Okay, I don't... I don't feel like we get inside her head truly, except for the parts where she's rambling about the island devils and stuff.
Yeah, we see how she responds.
Right.
Yeah.
But this is a forced thing here, at least on some level. Like, unless she's dead set 100% believes this. Like,
Well,
do you think any of them are fully
no,
bought in?
no, it's no.
Okay,
It's that
okay.
they must believe this.
Right,
It's not that
exactly.
they truly believe this, because in order to truly believe something, you need to have fully
Tested it.
considered the opposite,
True.
right?
Good
you
point.
know,
Yeah, this is the brainwashing.
right.
Yeah.
And even if she's aware of
yeah.
the brainwashing happening, and even if she's doing it to herself, it's still brainwashing.
Yeah. So then she kind of I wanted to bring this up here because Gabby was the one that was confused. Gabby
Oh.
was the one that was like, What are you saying? What are you saying? There's all kinds of people there."
Yeah.
She goes to Gabby specifically.
Puts a
with
hand on her shoulder.
Puts a hand on her shoulder, puts a glare directly into her eyes, which I
I thought that
interpreted-
was to Reiner.
Oh, look at that.
Oh.
Look at the way it's looking. She's looking at Gabby. Like, right? Guys, is she looking at Reiner or Gabby here?
I feel like she's looking past Gabby and at Reiner.
Okay, I'll show you
Basically
the part
saying
where I
like
think
the
she
thing that
changed-
you stated is not, will not be spoken of in this house.
Okay, let me bring the part where they show. See, yeah, then they show the frame looking
Okay.
at her. I'm pretty sure
Okay.
she's talking to.
She's definitely talking to Gabby, yeah.
Yeah. Now this part here, I can see where it
It
does
could
look
easily
like-
just be like 1,000 yard stare at that
Yeah,
point.
yeah.
Yeah, those of us. Yeah.
But right here, this is
Sure.
this
That's
is
them
where
probably
she's
staring
definitely
at Reiner.
looking at Reiner here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. She looks at Reiner at the end of the scene. Right. And that's the whole perspective thing. Because the camera at the beginning when Reiner's talking is essentially his mom. And then here the camera is Reiner. Yeah.
But this was just after they're the ones that abandoned us. That is literally after the bit where she says, "Those who left us and fled to the island deserve to be punished," which, Reiner didn't.
Yeah.
Didn't flee to the island. But if
Oh.
you think about what Reiner did,
Oh.
he basically went to the island
And
stayed there
and
maybe
stayed there.
too long.
Sure. Okay. Sure. Yeah.
Because if you think about it this way, we talked about this and you
Mm-hmm.
brought it up and it was a really cool thing. Did Reiner come back?
Right.
Did Reiner actually come back?
And clearly he didn't. Right.
Who left us?
Yeah. And even apart from that, then there's the idea of if she's talking about the other Eldians on Paradise, then there's the whole idea of you're not getting mad at the people that are actually doing this to you. You're getting mad at the people down with you that somehow managed to do better than you, right?
Sure.
And also the fact that she's even saying this here, that seems like you're basically saying that fled and deserve to be punished for fleeing. Wait, are you saying that the situation you're in right now is a bad one? Is that sounds like it could be misconstrued as doubt potentially. What?
Oh. Yeah. Yeah, well, Reiner
Oh,
had
yeah.
a family in Paradise.
Yeah, and he spent almost half his lifespan on the island. That's right, because if she only has 13 years left with him, then yeah, him spending 5 years there. Damn.
Yeah, they're the ones that abandoned us. And she's looking at Reiner at that bit there.
Yep.
And then we have...
And then just a casual
just
suicide.
while the rain's going on, we just have someone just falling off a roof.
Yep.
Well, intentionally. Dropping off of a roof.
Wow.
What's wrong, Gabby? You seem down. Aunt Karina's worried about you. She says you changed after coming back to the island alone. Her 12-year-old son came back a grown man. You can't really blame her. Jeez, that's God, that's
Yep.
ugh. Feels like you're lying. Lying
About
about
what?
I don't know, but I think Aunt Karina does. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Then just they walk past the scene of the people finding the body at the bottom of the building there.
Yep.
All right. So now the scene that I probably spent too much time in the episode discussion going over here, because I think this is one where my focus in the episode's discussion was way more Zeke focused, I think, than I would have liked it to be with regards to Reiner focus. I think I gave
sure.
Reiner a lot of attention, But
Yeah,
it's
Reiner got the character focus. Zeke got like sort of the plot
plot
focus.
focus.
Uh-huh.
Exactly. Yeah. And I very much am more fascinated by the character focus in general. I think that just Zeke's plot focus foreshadowing felt so on the nose that I had to
Sure. It was very like, seems like, okay, there's flag here, flag there, flag there, flag there. Yeah.
Yeah, it just kept
Uh-huh.
bouncing up on each other. But yeah, this episode had so much here. And it's not every day we get to be here. And hit peek, move over. I'm going to sit down.
Right.
But see what Mordred said? Not someone, the PTSD soldier whom the Marley soldier was making boom noises to.
Wow.
Did we ever see that? I don't know if that's confirmed.
I mean, the silhouette was, clearly shown, but going just from the silhouette, like, is that?
Yeah. I don't know.
But if so, that's
crazy.
yeah.
Okay. Not in this room. Can we just meet for some tea? And that not in this room thing gets used later as they're listening.
Yep.
And Galliard kind of has the right thing, which feels like I understand.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. I see what this is.
Mm-hmm.
Now then, the last battle made it clear that normal weapons will overtake Titans in the clear future. He kind of gives a recap on the things that we kind of know here. So a lot of this is not really super kind of big deal that we now analyze as much because it's just kind of reaffirming what the objective is.
Gotcha. Okay, so the lightning flashes and reveals him for a sec.
Oh, gotcha.
Damn.
Okay,
Okay.
I'll go back and check that at a
Yeah.
later point because I just missed it then. But thanks for bringing that up. Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, they must obtain the Founding Titan and Paradis' resources, which is a good reminder that they do need, apparently, the natural resources that I guess are there.
Right.
But yeah, we're going to be wrapping up the stream soon here, guys. So be doing this here.
Need a narrator for this story.
Yeah, exactly. And that's interesting.
New family.
The Tiber family will fulfill that role, which, by the way, of all of the things
Who is this
put
Sephiroth
here-
vampire-looking
Yeah.
mofo?
Yeah, look at these. Look
Yeah.
at this family here. They look horrifying.
Mm-hmm.
Their eyes are so sunken in and shadowed.
Oh yeah, and like so pale, it's almost like they're already dead.
Like
Yeah.
as
Yep.
monstrous. Ugh.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's like clearly
Yeah,
plot
the family holding
importance.
the Warhammer
but,
Titan, which Warhammer Titan.
Uh-huh.
I already gave my
Yeah,
thoughts on that.
it's
in
a
the
thing. It's a
Discussion
thing.
there. Now, when you got to this part in the manga, and this is like the final of the Titans now getting actually revealed, what was your initial thoughts on what it could be, look like?
It
What
was
were your
basically the same
expectations?
kind of things that I brought up in the discussion. It's like, okay, so they're gonna get a battleship gun, and like, all right, cool, but that doesn't seem like the kind of thing that Attack on Titan would do at the same time. So what are Yeah,
Gotcha. So you're thinking more like Sergeant Hammer from Heroes of the
kind
Storm
of.
kind of
Well,
thing.
because they like okay, they spent this a lot of this bit in Marley establishing the fact that Titans are losing their place in the meta,
Yeah.
right? So I would think that with something like the Warhammer Titan, then yeah, you'd bring that meta back to the Titans. They've already done it with Peak and the Cart Titan. Put machine guns on it. Yeah, it's great. There you go. So those were basically my thoughts.
Okay, gotcha. And they're being listened to.
Mm-hmm.
We had the Tibers basically being a setup for future stuff,
Yep.
and
Mhm.
they're making
Festival
notes
and
about
all that
who's,
stuff, and-
who's seeming to have a little bit of an
Right.
issue with this. And
Keeping tabs on all of the warriors. Yeah.
Gallard seemed to have some complaints, but he always gets the job done, which I actually just realized now why Zeke probably set up this meeting in the first place.
Oh.
Zeke was probably telling them in probably a way to continue to build his own rapport with them of let's go and check with them to see how they feel about the plan. I'll set them up in this room and you guys can listen in on them.
Sure.
And
Yeah.
then they go and be like, all right,
Right.
we're going to listen in on them. And they're like, why are we here in this room? What are this thing? Oh, I just want to have tea. It's just a casual conversation.
Right. And then they're like, but hold on, Zeke. Was he informing them that we're listening in here? Yeah,
Right.
because it totally makes sense that Zeke's like, hey, we need to do a campaign to get the Founding Titan. I only have a year left. Let's chop, workshop, and make it happen, right?
Right. So he's testing all of them
Right,
here.
and they would like the Marley military would probably be like, okay, well, if we're gonna do that, we need to do the regular psych eval, to basically be like, all right, are these people still drinking the Kool-Aid?
And then, except that one line from Zeke. I love that it's Magath.
Yeah,
that
he's
says
like,
it too.
because he knows them well. He's like,
It just keeps building him up.
it seems a bit odd.
Yeah. But the way he says it, though, it's just matter of fact. That one line from Zeke's is a problem line. It's because he doesn't seem to be like, except like it's like it's not like he's thinking about
that's
whether
weird,
it is.
like.
Well, okay, I see it as more of a thing of like, no, that one line from Zeke. Like, it's the matter of fact thing, not the guesswork as to whether it's a problem thing, but no.
Oh, okay.
I know that's a problem thing. Like, it feels like Magath is way smarter than we give him credit for. And also, I just realized that as Reiner gets up in this bit here and thinks about the not in this room.
Oh, wait, or was that Magath that said the not in this room?
No.
Oh, okay.
No, this is Reiner that says it. Here.
Okay.
And he's looking literally at the
Oh yeah. I mean, this
recorder,
is World War I technology. They don't have, inconspicuous
little tiny
bugs
cameras
yet.
and microphones.
Yeah, exactly.
But I thought that was just something that was a great lead into.
And then we have Reiner looking at Gabby and Falco and realizing, oh yeah, training is so similar to mine.
Yeah, and then
I'm going back to that island. Yep.
And that's the episode, y'all. That's the episode.
That's the episode.
Holy shit, there was so much in there.
Like this
God.
episode, like, and this is why I don't think there are too many people that would say this. Like, not in any serious sense if they really love Attack on Titan and aren't just watching it casually. But if anyone were to tell me that Attack on Titan is boring without the action, this is why I would point to them and be like, y'all, how much paint have you been sniffing? like because this episode was absolutely jam-packed and there was no fighting whatsoever in it. It was a bunch of conversations. That's it. We didn't even have, like this is with new characters here, right? Conversations with new characters. It's like, okay, how do you really? I mean, Reiner, he was a good character, but no, there's no way he could possibly be a good foundation for, a whole episode of dialogue.
But that's the power of having a good foundation of the previous parts of the show to make these scenes all the more impactful. It's why the big exposition dump episode was so huge. It makes all of this now come into line as they merged basically the part where Attack on Titan is like becoming a way bigger and way crazier show than it ever was. And now we have a character on the enemy side who we're now like starting to empathize and like see and understand more from his perspective what it's like to be over there.
Yep.
Because we already kind of empathize with his plight from being broken inside. But we didn't see it from his perspective what kind of environment he lived in specifically.
Yeah, we saw it contrasted with Eren and the rest of them, and Connie saying things like, was all our friendships a lie? That, and that's good stuff to have as contrast. That's really good stuff. But to see this, God, it rips your heart out.
Yeah. So, y'all, Attack on Titan.
Yep.
Attack on Titan.
Final season.
We're
here, everybody.
We're here, and we'll be here next week as well for episode 3. We'll try to make the next one go a little bit quicker as well, even though there's a lot of things that we're going to discuss in general. We do want this to be something where we don't end up repeating too much of what we did in the actual episode.
And also,
discussion.
God forbid, I don't think that would even be possible, but the very concept of burning out on Attack on Titan is terrifying to me if I ever give it any, amount of, if I ever even contemplate it for more than a second.
Right, exactly.
So.
But y'all, thank you so much for hanging out in the stream here. This was good fun, and yeah. Remember, our Attack on Titan reactions are coming out on Sunday.
You have... Kage, I want to thank for that.
a good chunk of hours after they go live on streaming sites and stuff. But be sure to check those out. And please, guys, be active in the comments. If
Yes.
you have something that you want to have passed along to us, Jacob is going to be in the comments.
You might see some of those comments hearted already. That's me.
Yeah,
Because
yeah.
I can be in there now. I can't be spoiled. I'm caught up on everything.
He's seen it all.
The only way I could be spoiled is if Isayama told me how it goes.
right,
Which
exactly.
I'd be okay with that.
Yeah. So let us know your thoughts about that. Jacob will pass along, and if it's a
Yes.
worthwhile comment for
Yeah,
bringing up
we'll
good
we'll
discussion,
select a few.
we'll select a few and bring them up before each reaction like we did for episode 2. And then, of course, check out all of our other streams if you're interested. Monday to Friday, 3 p.m. Pacific time. Monday's the podcast, so it's Attack on Titan discussion time for the next long while.
Yep.
Tuesdays, One Piece dramatic manga readings. Wednesdays and Fridays, I'm playing Cyberpunk 2077. And then on Thursdays...
Thursdays, I'm playing Persona 4 Golden. I will point out, though, just in case you missed this stream, that because of like Christmas and things like that, the stream after this stream will not
Yes.
be happening because, Christmas.
Yeah, on Christmas Eve and Christmas Day
Right.
as well.
Yeah.
So just
Which I
bear
believe is
that-
Thursday and Friday.
Bear that in mind. Yeah, the Thursday and Friday streams, I believe, will not be
Not be happening.
not be happening
but-
on the 24th, 25th.
But
Yeah.
this Thursday, still
This Thursday.
happening. So,
yeah. So
yeah.
hope to see you there. And until then, we're Semblance of Sanity. I'm Caleb,
I'm Jacob.
and we'll see you all
Next time. Oh my god.
Attack on Titan, dude.
Attack on Titan. God, I love Reiner so much.
I just love that, like he's actually getting like the kind of character focus that I wanted to get. Back in season 2.
Right, like in season 2, it's almost like, no, stop fighting for a second because
Yeah.
we need more of this character-focused stuff.
Yeah, Aaron, shut up.
Yeah, right.
Keep talking. Yeah, Ymir, pull it out of him. Exactly.
right.
Yeah, I want to see what's going on here.
Yep.
I really need to know. I need to know.
Oh, boy.
That is just
Thanks for hanging out with us, guys.
ridiculous, guys.
Yeah. Oh, boy.
Yeah. Oh my god. Yeah, thank you so much for the WAOT. Hey, dude, like, it's our pleasure.
It is indeed.
Our pleasure.
No more Pound Town. That's right, because we're in serious mode. Eat your
Serious
heart
mode.
out, Tamandre.
But I'm serious, dude. The Battle Lines connections for the squad feel.
I was very inspired by Attack on Titan.